Welcome everyone to Thursday nights, right here on Gaming Now. It's DJs and Dragons, and we've got a whole new. I've spent a few hours on some sound, so I'm super excited. So please appreciate all the sound this evening, because I'm excited about it. Anyway, right, what is happening? What's going on? Who's around? Let's get everything out of the way. We're going to do 2.5 hours this evening. We're going to finish a hard finish at 10:15. We've got 2.5 hours to try and reach a town in 4 days. That's my goal for the evening. I will say some highs out there, not least of which to Ratbait, but also the thing that... Oh, it's the DM, don't fuck him. And Ratbait. No, oh wait, so just Ratbait. Oh, Josh Galley was there earlier, so hi Josh Galley, how's it going? Yeah, it's going to be a big one tonight, I'm excited. Competition, please, Gaz.
Yep, hopefully the bot will actually work today. You never know. So yeah, if we roll a crit fail, a 1 on a d20, or a crit win.
A quick win?
20, yes, one of them. I can't talk, apparently. Then yeah, we'll put it in channel, respond to the prompt that comes up, you'll get tickets. Tickets equals prize, maybe, if we don't completely run out of money. I think actually we're up to $40 at the moment. So
we had a crazy Sunday. There were so many nat 20s and so many nat 1s. It was a roller coaster. If Sarge was doing shots, he'd have been hammered. It was so many.
I guess he wasn't doing them, was he?
I reckon there was somewhere in the region. How many was it at the end? How many rolls did you do? Do you remember? It was like 20 or something.
Quite a lot, yeah. It was hard to tell because the bot kept breaking, so it actually counted as 4 weeks as far as the bot was concerned.
It was
and there was probably enough rolls to fill that.
Hilarious. It was amazing. So yeah, exciting.
18 says Josh Gale.
There we go, 18. I said it was only 20. It was funny, man. And I got so many of those ones. I was rolling for dog shit as a DM, man. But it was good. So many things happened. It was such a fun session. You should check it out on the rewind if you get a chance. The good news on the rewind is, and I can guarantee this now, because there was a few things leaked, all the music, all the sound effects is 100% copyright DRM free, because I've got a load of stuff in. So now the whole thing should always be available without any bits cut out on Twitch, which is excellent. Any other shout outs?
On Twitch for a week, and then it goes on YouTube ASAP, and that'll be there for as long as YouTube exists.
Throw the YouTube into the channel so people can see where they can check those out. As well as that, I can say all the music's brought to you in 2 places. Sirenscape for all of the amazing sound effects, and via a new Humble Bundle, which I should have linked and got some money from it. Maybe I'll find that for tomorrow or something. I picked up a Humble Bundle this week. I bought it myself. It was amazing. It was 20 gigabytes of DRM-free sound effects and soundtrack, movie, TV, sci-fi. It's got all kinds of cool stuff for running your games. And I saw that and went, cha-ching! That's 20 quid gone. Thanks, but it's well worth it. About 20 quid, and then about 3 hours of my life cataloguing things into folders and putting things into buttons. But we're good to go. I also changed all my button pictures. I've got a whole new button picture design thing for my stream deck. So, you know, lots of pretty things to look at. I'm also really quiet for you guys on it because I left the music faded up. There you go. Sorry about that. The sound effects are a bit loud, says Josh Galley. I just saw that as well. I was like, oh, it's on full volume. I bet they can't even hear us with all that stuff going on.
It's alright, we're only waffling.
Yeah, I was just waffling. I was just excited about music and stuff. So we're going to start. Are we ready to start? Is everybody ready for tonight's edition of DJs and Dragons?
I think so, I have.
Yes.
Vodka lime with a lot of ice in it.
Nice. Because
like
it's always better.
Ice.
It's always better with ice.
It is indeed.
My name is DJ Aki, and I confess, this is better with ice.
I'm going to try a new button now. This is my first stop sound effects and music button. I've never used this before. Here we go. If we're not falling through the air from a crashing airship, we're falling through the snow in an avalanche. Either way, it's fucking cold and it hurts. So we crash landed in the mountains. Toxie was captured by Galas and escaped. We met some nice people from Wormdoom Crag. They guided us towards civilization, which we're now making our way there. Slowly. Painfully slowly. with only 4 hours of daylight each day and storms that descend with no warning. You also have to be on the lookout for wandering giants and mammoths, and be very aware that making loud bangs can cause a very large amount of snow to fall on you and make your life a whole lot less fun. I'm slightly concerned for one of my compadres, Toxeros, who seems to have lost some of his usual piety of late since taking the challenge of the crawl at the crag. He now seems a little bit more direct, shall we say. Case in point, in the last fight, we fought a giant which was trying to kill us, which we defeated, and a mammoth that it had tamed. After defeating the giant, the mammoth tried to escape, and I was thinking historically, Toxeros would have let it go. I had ideas to try and catch it, maybe tame it, use it for transportation. But no, Toxie killed the mammoth as it was fleeing. I'm sure he'll be fine. Probably just working out some stuff. Hell, we all have issues. The whole reason we're here is to save the darkening soul of our druid friend Glamrius. Glamrius. Still, onwards we go, once more into the breach. The cold, cold breach. Okay, how about that? Do you know, I don't plan for the music to finish at the time I finish my recap. It's just, I roughly estimate it. It's always pretty good, though. Works. It's so good. Right, guys, we're back. Here we go. Right. I'm excited.
Right, so, DM admin points before we start. Toxeros, you've leveled, you've done your HP. Did you actually add your ability score modifier, which you get for being level 8? Because I'm not sure you have.
That should automatically do it on D&D Beyond, though, surely.
No, you've got to choose where you're going to put it, or take a feat.
Oh, yes. So go into your level, Aki, and do through it, and when you have to choose a feat, you're supposed to look at feats or ability score modifiers.
We can leave it for now if you're still trying to decide, but you're not going to get any benefits until you decide.
And I discussed it with our Lord and DM.
And I suggested you discuss it with JJ, because I think he might have strong opinions on it.
Give me that. Well, let's have a brief 5-minute discussion then, Naki. Come on, let's go.
So I thought about athletes. You have undergone extensive physical training to gain the following benefits. You increase your strength or dex score by 1.
Nice.
When you are prone, standing up only uses 5 feet of your movement. Climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. You can make a running long jump or a running high jump after moving only 5 feet on foot rather than 10 feet.
So basically you get 1 point of dex instead of 2. Now, what is, and this is the key thing, what is your current
16.
Dexterity?
My current dexterity is 16.
I see, that's painful because you won't gain anything from that. Whereas taking 2 would gain you a dex, which would gain you a bunch of shit. But the other way of looking at it is if you take this feat now, you would get +1. You could keep your eye open for something like a tome or an item that could give you another 1 dex, like an item possibly, or at the next one of these, which I think's in 4 levels, you can take another feat with 1 dex. It's a tough one. Yeah.
You don't have to decide now.
You don't have, I would say, do you have anything that... Now, your DCs for your stuff, like your thoughts and stuff, they all run off of wisdom, don't they?
They might do wisdom. Yeah, my wisdom's only at 14 at the moment, so I really should.
No, because I mean, like, I would say that, but your dex is all your to hit and everything. So, like, your to hit, your damage. Actually, is his damage built on dex?
His damage goes off of dexterity, yes.
Yeah,
and his
so your
AC runs off dexterity as well.
Your dex, your AC all run off dex. So taking a 2 would give you a +1 to your hit, +1 to your damage, and +1 to your AC. I think that's better than that other stuff you said about, like, prone, yes, pretty good, the movement is good, but ultimately, a straight up +1 to damage, dex, and AC, it's just too good to miss, I think, for you. I think feats are good, but I think that's better.
Either way, you don't have to decide now if you don't want to. Right.
Throw it on your...
So.
We'll put it on there for now, innit? And we can always change it later.
Oh, no.
He doesn't want you to have that +1, you see.
I want him to make a decision and commit to it.
Okay, have a think about it. You can maybe do it at the break. Do it at the break.
Do it. Right. Okay. So, where we start? You've just been pulled out. Glam, are you still a bear at this point?
I can't remember what happened. We put up a hut, didn't we?
No, you weren't a bear anymore.
No, you dug your friend out of a snowdrift.
Yes, that was it. After I got to Jack's, I think he talked to me or something or other, and I turned back at that point. Yeah.
Okay, right. So, few minutes have passed since the events of the avalanche. You've all dug yourselves out. You're on the snow, right? And some of you are a little beat up after that fight. So I don't know whether you want to take a short rest or whether you want to crack on.
That's
with
the
trying to make
last note
best
I've
out of
got
the
is
deadline.
put up a hut, took a short rest because I've used 6 hit dice, so my HP's gone up.
So we
did that at the
actually
end of the last
did
session.
put up
You
a
will
hut
have to
and
add
take a
those.
short rest.
Yeah, I'm not max HP, but I'm I'm a lot better than I was.
Okay.
So we've took a short rest,
Because
have
I
we?
think I died, didn't I? Thanks.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
If you want to fix your HP, just on screen. Okay, so let's chuck up a hut. We can do that.
So we've had a short rest. I get my bardic inspirations back.
How many of those did you use?
I used one, and I now have all of them back. So.
Yeah, I need to use more of those. Right.
Well, do you know what? We didn't have much chance. I spent a lot of the last session buried in the snow on my own, and I can't do it on myself.
Yes, that's weird. You can't inspire yourself. You can.
I think that's level
guide
12.
yourself.
I think self-inspiration is level 12.
Oh, it's a thing you do.
Something
get,
like that you can get.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I frequently inspire myself, but let's save that for Fridays.
I was going to say just how narcissistic you have to be that you can inspire yourself.
Oh, I inspire
Then
myself
you just
every
said you
morning.
do it too.
Every morning, yeah. Just before the shower. Anyway, let's move on. Right, so DM, we're over to you. Where are we going? What we're doing?
Right, so there you go. You're in your tiny little hut. So you spent an hour resting. Right, in that time, the sun never came up over the horizon.
We're still in the we're still in the thing, yeah.
Yeah, still in the hut at the moment.
No,
So-
as in we're in the Icewind Dale Frostmaiden thing.
right, okay.
You
the loading
haven't
screen.
moved us to the map yet. That's what I do all the
Are you
time.
still getting Are you still getting used to the new controls?
There we go.
Show's brought to you courtesy of Roll20, guys, which just had a recent update, which is kind of awesome, but also takes some getting used to.
Okay, so
To clarify, DM, I used to hit dice as well, and I can change my own token. You carry on.
yes, you can. Right, so in that time, you spent an hour. There's only about 4 hours worth of light, and to call it light is generous. It's dim light. It is that half twilight where the sun never comes over the horizon. You've burnt about half of it to get to the river, which you intend to follow pretty much all the way to the. And I'm gonna look up the path so I get it right. All the way up to the Ten Trail, which leads you into to Ten Towns. Right. Now, yep, so that's half the day's gone, and you've spent another hour sitting in tiny hut, just trying to recover some of your hit points. Get back to where you were. Okay. So, in that time, so you've chilled out, you notice a wolf has started sniffing around the hole in the ice, where you yourselves have dug yourself out, where there's a half-buried mammoth corpse. It's just kind of sniffing around and kind of pouring in there at the moment, but not a lot else is happening. So, what are you guys doing?
Find out why it's sniffing and pouring.
I'd imagine it's because there's a mammoth
There's
down there.
a
It's
dead
hungry.
mammoth in the snow, yeah.
Exactly.
It smells quite nice. It's got a roasted rump there.
I think we took out a little bit of the meat and we're cooking it over the fire. That's what Aki had said is why he killed it. So we've sliced off a bit of it. In fact, they did. If I remember rightly, the only note I've actually got from the end of the last session is when we looted, we got 10 foot of hempen rope and a stuffed animal of a mammoth, and Oriander and Toxie carved and detusked the mammoth, getting some meat and some tusks.
Right. Yeah. So definitely that smell of
Cooked
roasting
meat.
mammoth meat would have attracted scavengers there. So as you're just trying to work out what you're going to do, Galam, can you turn into this? I'm going to cast that horse.
Yeah.
The wolf is just there sniffing around.
So I'm going
And,
to say
go
to the guys, I'll be like, so what we do is we've probably only got a couple of hours of daylight left tops. We need to make moves. What I can do is obviously I can recast my steed. Actually, we don't have horses. Wrong campaign. I can recast my steed, and then Oriander, you can ride Glamorous like you have been in his horse form. You have more animal shapes left?
I do now. We've had this nice bit of mammoth and a bit of a rest. Yep.
Okay.
Shit, red.
So we
Need
can
to
make haste whilst the sun shines. If that's, I think that's the saying. Make haste whilst the sun shines, and make much distance. How you feeling there, Toxiros?
Let's get some purpose and get this show on the road.
Okay. Yep, that sounds good to me. So yeah, I'll leave that for now, and we shall. So once the rest is over, we'll talk for a little bit. We'll sort of eat some food, chill out, and then once we get to the end of the short rest, I will spend 10 minutes to cast the horse, and then we'll make like a tree and leave.
Okay. So as you're spending your 10 minutes trying to cast that spell, you're not in a blizzard right now, so no, you don't need to check for concentration. Right. So as you're spending your 10 minutes,
Presumably you can still do that while in the hut.
I can.
yeah. As you're doing that,
will a horse fit in the hut?
as you're doing that in the hut, and it's a concentration spell, so I imagine let's just use it a bit loosely and say as soon as that spell happens, the hut will drop. Is it a
will check.
concentration? Well, double check for me, because anyway, I'm sure one of them's got to be concentration.
Liam's tiny hut is a ritual that is not concentration. So even if the other one is, it wouldn't drop the hut. The hut stays up for 8 hours. So, oh no, it says R. R isn't concentration, is it? No, it's ritual.
No, it's ritual.
That's
That's
it. Yeah, so
ritual.
it's not. So I've cast the hut. The hut's up forever, no matter what I do. So I can then cast as a ritual, because I can have 2 rituals that neither of them are concentration, by the way. I can then cast the steed, and the steed can be in the hut because the hut can take up to 8 people. Was it? It's a 10-foot radius. Once it's cast, it'll be really tight in here.
How long does the horse actually last?
The horse lasts, I believe, I'm on the wrong thing. Let me tell you that now because it's in the same place. Phantom Steed lasts a quasi horse like 1 hour.
No, I was just thinking why you don't create 2 of them, but yes, because you'd lose a fair bit of time on that. Anyway,
Yes.
right. Okay, so as you're spending 10 minutes casting, notice the horse.
Oh, you've gone a bit.
Ooh,
You've
you
gone a bit.
sound like
You
you're
sound like
going
you've
out.
just gone underwater.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So during that 10-minute period, the wolf has been, going down into that hole. It's come out. It's got some red blood and that
There
around.
he goes again.
Sorry, it's me. It's my fault. I apologise. I've sorted it.
How is him going in and out your fault?
Every time that I rejoin by accident, which I've just done twice, he loses his volume. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No
Oh, it's
problem.
probably while it buffers your video. Right, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
Bad Aki. Right.
Bad acne.
So the wolf has disappeared down that hole during the 10 minutes. It's come back up. You can see it's got red on its snout. It's definitely been doing something down there involving the mammoth. And while you're casting that spell, you can see it stop and raise its head and just howl. Howl.
I love how your RTX voice takes out the howl because it doesn't think it's voice.
That was amazing.
Turn that thing off. Anyway,
Amazing.
So it howls, howl, whatever. And in the distance, you hear another howl, and then another howl. None of them particularly close, but the number of them and the frequency together, you find to be a little unnerving.
I think it's time that we make, as I'm finishing my spell at this point, I says, once this horse is cast, we need to move quickly, guys. Let's get away from this, let's get away from all this fresh meat. We don't want to become meat ourselves.
Oh yeah, nice distraction if they can all come over here where that one's howled. Hopefully leave us to it.
Okay, so your horse is up. You're still inside the bubble. I'm imagining Glamreus has dismissed his bonfire. There's always a bonfire in the hut.
Of course, there's always a bonfire.
Yeah.
Well, we needed to cook the mammoth on something. But yes, bonfire can go.
Right. Okay. So are you setting off now?
Yes.
Right. So let's get you back onto the main map. Right. So at least for the first hour of the journey, while it's light, you should be fine. So let's see if I can get this working properly.
Are you singing to us or playing while we're on the road?
Definitely. This is.
Okay.
I'm riding behind Toxeris. Toxeris is definitely in charge of the horse, and I'm just on the back, kind of like the D&D movie, just playing my lute on the back. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're now at this point. You're following pretty much a frozen river, hopefully in the right direction. So, can someone give me a survival check? Who's leading the group?
I will happily give them advantage by helping them by sort of playing them, although not inspiring them, but playing a tune of mellow, not inspiration. What's what I'm looking for? Mellow concentration. So like helping their concentration.
Nature check or self check?
Survival.
Survival check. Yeah, go on, let's do it.
So advantage.
15 plus 2. 18 plus 2.
Dirty 20.
Okay. No, you follow the river. It winds around. You know, some bits are a bit harder to follow than others, but you manage to stay on track. So, with that, about an hour in, the sun goes down. Right. What are you doing? Are you still carrying on during the dusk? You've only been going for about 3 hours worth of your day at this point.
So, what I've established now that there's not concentration is for at least the early part of the evening, as there's so little daylight, I will cast, again, not concentration. I know it is concentration, so you can put a C on me, or a little token on me. I will cast Dancing Lights.
And that's a cantrip, is it?
As a cantrip, yeah.
Okay, so you've got these...
Basically, what we've got at the moment is 4 torch-sized lights that need to be within 120 feet of me. So I imagine I will have one 60-foot, one... Because they only give off... They give off... combine light into one humanoid. As a bonus action, you can move them, so they'll move with me as we're moving. They actually are full lights, they're not even dim. So I've got one 60-foot, one 30-foot, one on me, one 30 behind, one 60. So basically like a line ahead of us. If we're side by side, then we can see 60 foot in front and 60 feet behind, but only 30 foot side to side.
Right, and you're going to try and continue until about what time?
Obviously the horses. My horse only lasts an hour. And Gaz, how long does your horse last? How long does your shape last?
3 hours at the moment.
Yeah, so theoretically, I would recast, and then I would recast. So we'd get about 2.5 hours in for that one shape. Do you have another shape?
I do, because we took a short rest, yeah.
So I would say we would probably get 5... We could get up to 5 hours of travelling in that time.
That would take you up to 7 o'clock in the evening.
That's perfect.
Okay, so as you're traveling in the dark, even though you do have lights, you need to give me another survival check. Because again, it's dark, it's unfamiliar territory, you haven't got a map with your compass, you're trying to follow a river.
This time I will give you advantage, Aki, by helping you. But I will also, whilst playing my lute, I will my bandolier, I will inspire you, so you can add to that. You can roll a d20, because I think right now it's good to get a safe place to sleep. Roll a d20 with advantage and add a d8.
12. 5.
So that's
So we're going
12.
with 12.
And then that's plus, what was it? 2.
JJ's just thinking in his head, he's like, I know where these DCs usually lie.
No, I was actually trying to remember if it was a 2. Then I was finding it quite funny that he was trying to find a d8.
Oh, and nice.
14 plus 8, I'd say that's probably about 22.
22, nice.
Yeah, okay. So as you make your
Strong
way,
inspiration.
you make your way through the landscape. If I can just grab you guys.
Making our way.
You make your way through the landscape. At one point, right, as the river branches, you start to go in the wrong direction, but Aki kind of realizes this. You know, something about the song that JJ's playing just makes him think, you know, he's playing songs about rivers, and it's like, no, this river's getting thinner, not wider.
Go north, life is better there. Go north.
Wow.
In the frosty air.
Yes, with a bit of inspiration, you find yourselves back on track and
Nice.
heading in the right direction again. But again, it's dark. Glam Reyes is running out of wild shapes, and you decide, I'm assuming, to camp down for the night.
Yeah, hit him at 7. That give a bit of time to find a good place to camp, set up camp, and obviously again, it'll take me. Let me just have a look at my. I get confused with ritual spells. Now, obviously, ritual spells through my Bandolore I can only cast once a day, but I think any other ritual spell, there's no limit to it, is it? It's just.
There
Then it just takes me 10 minutes, yeah. So if everyone looks after me and you put a fire down to give us some space around us, I will take 10 minutes and I will cast the hut, which then lasts 8 hours. So we'll have a hut to sleep in of warmth in this cold, cold wilderness.
Okay, so as you settle down for the end of your first day, in the hut, you've got your fire going, right? I'm assuming Glam Reyes hasn't used any actual spells.
While we were camping?
Magic on him, yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm assuming you've not tried to use any spells. Right, so as you end your first night, you find yourselves in Tiny Hut. The 4 of you just about fitting in there, more or less just about enough space for 4 people to lie down comfortably, maybe 8 people to stand up or 4 people to lie down. And right now, the sky is still quite clear, right? You can see an aurora.
Excuse me, I had to apologize. Whoa, that's got a bit of fragrance to it. Whew.
So you can see an aurora in the sky, glowing green with ribbons of red growing through it. As you know now, it's known as Aurelia's Rhyme by the local people. Well, actually, Toxeros knows that. I don't know whether he ever communicated that to anyone else. Maybe he wants to tell a story around the fireplace of a man he met in a prison.
As a character, I'm not really that talky. To be perfectly honest, I'm here for the. Well,
so Aki, did you? I remember you said you met that gentleman in the prison. I don't suppose you know what that aurora is in the sky, do you?
No, my lover, I don't. Yeah, I think I would recount the stories that I'd heard and what it meant and direction we would go of travel and etc.
So what was it? It was called what?
So Prax, when Aki was in that cell, he told him about how hard times have been in Icewind Dale the last 2 years. That it had basically been a never-ending winter. Summer had never came. The people of Icewind Dale believed in a deity called Aurelia, which is the bringer of winter, and they believe that they've wronged her. That something that they've done has caused her to curse them with a never-ending winter. Now, and this has led them to sacrifice things, to sacrifice food, to sacrifice comfort, and even tales are told of sacrificing people. But one of the things he does know is that aurora up there is known as Aurelia's Rhyme.
That's
it's a sign.
Aurelias.
I'm actually going to find it for you.
We always get spelling wrong. It's one of the best things in this. The amount of times we'll check spelling at the end, and I'm like, oh my god, I only got 3 letters right from that word.
Right, Auril.
I was close. I was only actually 1 out. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but that's all on the level of folktale at this point. But they certainly know the aurora, signals the coming of winter for Icewind Dale.
That's a very interesting story there, Toxeros. It's strange that it's the coming of winter because I feel that winter's just been here for. I mean, we've heard it's been here for was it 7 years? It's a long winter.
Aki nods his head silently. 2 years anyway.
Since. Oh no, I do have a couple of potions of healing. Oh well. I'm still going to do this anyway, because my character doesn't know he's cursed at the moment. So. Since before we left the crag, I made a load of good berries for what's her name?
Yes.
The name.
So
I figure. Yeah, I figure I'm going to create up to 10 berries. Yeah, I'm going to cast Goodberry and create some berries, and just say to everyone, just have a couple of these each, and if you happen to get really low on health or somebody else dies, you can feed them one of these, and it'll regain just a tiny bit of health.
And that
Could be handy.
This
24 hours.
24 hours. And roll me a d20.
Yeah, because I know
Okay.
what's going to happen. But
So ultimately, I will add that to my inventory. So that's
You're good,
two
you're good.
good berries. So I got we each got 2 good berries, have we?
yeah, I mean, technically there's 10 of them, but yeah, just say 2 each. And
Yeah, and it's enough nourishment
probably
to
just eat a
sustain you
couple.
for a day.
I said I appreciate those, and I know that you can use them for sustenance. But could someone pass me some more of that lovely mammoth meat, Aki, that you
I was going to say, I'm not
the
planning on
mammoth
using
meat
really
that you
sustenance.
slaughtered. Now I have to say, Akiros, sorry, I was Toxiros. Akiros, Toxiros, I don't know what I was thinking. I have to say, Toxiros, this meat is wonderful, but it didn't seem like you to slaughter an innocent creature like that. And I know he tried to kill us, but he was only under the sway of his master.
It was detracting us from the way of our mission. It was aggressive, and also food is very, very useful in a very, very cold environment. This is practical. It was not an emotional decision.
You do seem very focused on our goal.
What is life without a strong goal to follow?
What are your thoughts on that, Oriandi?
I think the meat's good too. I mean, hey, it's dog eat dog. You either roll or get rolled on. So yeah, the mammoth
It's
has to get
mammoth
rolled
eat
on.
mammoth, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, yeah.
Or human eat mammoth in this case, or a dragonborn eat mammoth in your 2 cases. Or dwarf. Do you know what? I think I've overused the metaphor. Okay, so we need to rest up. We need to get up. So the light's not going to come till quite late. But I think if we make an early start, we can get out when it's still a little dark in the morning. We can make good progress in the morning with a couple of animal shapes, and then we can maybe rest for a nice long a nice short rest at lunch, and then we can do the same in the afternoon. So I think we need to bed down.
I'm going to stop you there for a second.
Yeah.
Right, so as you've been sitting cooking the mammoth meat, it's taken a little while, and you've been, talking over the events of the last day or two, right? Because you've gone from crashing an airship, life and death battles, to just the tranquility of the forest. As you've been cooking all of that, and as is very, very common in the mountains and all of Icewind Dale, a blizzard has started to form. You guys are fine in there, but as you've been talking, it's turned into whiteout conditions outside. Right, so it's now a whiteout. Snow is starting to pile up against one of the sides of Tiny Hut, and as you're just trying to explain to the group that maybe it's time for bed.
Yeah. That's it. Sounds good. Time to get some sleep, and then get back on our journey tomorrow, Toxeros, to get where we need to go.
We will get there.
Lamreus, as your friend is explaining this, with your crazily keen senses, which is at a passive perception of 17, I believe.
Yep.
You hear what sounds like the crunch of feet on snow. That very distinctive shh.
So so we're in the hut. We're reasonably safe in here, aren't we?
Totally
so
safe, yeah.
Yeah. I'll say to Jax, I hear some footsteps over there. Can you cast one of them blobs of light over there and maybe illuminate them?
Just as soon as you say, I hear some footsteps over there. Right. Just as you're starting to say that, and your friend is starting to comprehend what might be going on, suddenly, and please excuse me because the size is a little exaggerated here. That's not nearly as big as it looks like. Actually, tell you what, let me make you guys a little bit bigger. There we go. So, as you say that, right, that footstep goes from a very gentle shh into a thud, and you see this giant, not as big as the ice giant, but very large, what's called an ice troll, slam into the side of Tiny Hut, right? So it just absolutely slams. You see this thing, right? The whole group sees this thing suddenly running towards them, teeth baring, snarling, bone club in there as it rains down to try and crack you, not realizing you're in an impenetrable shield. And I need all of you except for Glamreus to make a wisdom saving throw and a dexterity saving throw and tell me which one is higher.
In response, I'm going to put my.
You need to make the saving throw first. This is reaction territory.
You know that he can't see inside the dome, right? It's opaque.
Yeah, you can certainly smell.
My dexterity is higher. On the roll, at least.
Yeah.
It's a 20.
Right, so Freak B's got a higher dexterity roll. Aki, Captain Jax,
Am I doing a saving throw or just a straight roll?
saving throw.
Dexterity
wisdom,
saving
yeah?
throw. Boom.
Dexterity and wisdom.
Dexterity
tell me-
and wisdom. So 8, 9. I got 10.
Which one higher?
27.
Which one's higher?
Dexterity.
My dex is much higher. I can't even roll 27 with my wisdom. It's not possible.
Right, so the three of you have rolled higher dexterity saving throws than wisdom.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
So
sorry.
as-
Did we throw a wisdom one as well?
Yeah.
Yes, dexterity is higher than wisdom.
What was that? Was that a 1?
No, it was a 7 plus
Anyway. Right, so
10. As you know, mine are both exactly the same. Sorry, I got 10 on both.
right. Who got the highest dexterity?
I mean, 27.
27. Right. Okay. So, as this thing ran towards you, you just turned, just seeing it lunge and smash into the tiny hut. It can't get in. Glamreus was not surprised when we saw this. He knew something was coming. But the rest of you were caught by surprise. And were you wise enough to know that you were safe, or did you just react? And I think the three of you reacted instinctively. Right. Each of you jumped. Now, I want...
There's no way I would leave the hut, though. I would be clever enough to not leave the hut, because I know if I leave the hut, it drops.
This is the roll, right? Are you wise enough? Right, wisdom. So intelligence is knowing that thing is dangerous. Wisdom is knowing that you're safe in the bubble. This is, this is.
Yeah,
being
but I mean, okay, but I would know that because I know my spells. But okay.
This is just something that happened in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Right. So let's go with Orion dice. You rolled the highest, didn't you? Or was it Toxeros? No,
Me,
who rolled
27.
that?
27.
27.
That was JJ.
Okay. It still stays up if you're not in it, doesn't it?
Nope, drops immediately.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't leave. That's what I'm saying. I would be. I mean, I can't imagine under any circumstances. I've put this hut up because I know it keeps us safe no matter what. There's no way I'd leave it.
No, I'd still say for this instance, you were surprised and you flinched. Is what's happened.
Okay.
Okay, right. So you're surprised, you flinched. Well, I tell you, actually, just you three, right? So I don't need all of you to jump out. Roll each one roll a d20.
I'm just double checking. I'm just rereading. Sorry, one sec. The spell fails if the area includes a
But 13.
You can't understand the atmosphere and space is comfortable. Until the spell ends, you command the interior to become dark. The dome is opaque from the outside, or any colour that you choose. It is transparent from the inside. So we see out, but they don't see in. The spell ends if you leave the area of the spell. Yeah. So what am I rolling? Sorry, dear.
It's a straight d20.
A straight D20. I'm doing that over here. And this little thing. That's a 12.
So 12 a
13.
12 a 13.
What roll was it?
D20.
Oh, I got a 6.
Right. There we go. Aki, with your monk-like reflexes, right? As a monk, you're it's muscle memory. You don't think, you react. And with that, seeing this thing coming towards you and having a second to react, you dive out of the way of a blow that was never going to hit you, landing you just outside the bubble.
Right.
Right. Give me a contested strength check.
Oh, God. That will be a 6 plus 0, I think. No. Yeah, 6 plus 0.
Right.
No, is that a saving throw?
Yes.
For 10.
10. Right, that's not going to do it. He just rolled a 19 plus whatever ice trolls have.
Nice.
Yeah, so with that, seeing you fall out the bubble, right, all he can smell is this roasting mammoth meat. Right, hungry.
Good berries in future, guys. Good berries in future.
Drawn by the smell and driven by hunger, because again, this place has been in a perpetual winter for 2 years. There's a lot of hungry creatures here. Right, seeing you roll out there, it immediately grabs you. Right, and it turns around and it starts running with its quarry in hand. Right, now you can only move. Let me just get this up. How far can an ice troll move?
Always me.
It's always you, mate.
Oof. Okay, sorry, that's not going to affect you. Yeah. By the way, trolls do have what's called keen smell, so this is all canon. Okay, so it's picked up Aki, and it is now running away. It got about 30 feet of movement, and in blizzard conditions, you've got about 30 feet of sight. Right, so you can just see this thing heading north, just about to disappear out of sight. What are you all doing?
Does it have any metallic armor on it?
Roll initiative.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, but it got initiative first and got to get to us and pick him up and run away 30 feet.
Treat it like a surprise round.
Surprise round. Surprise everybody except for Gaz, who saw it coming. Okay. Initiative. That's a button. Yeah, not
I
bad.
was thinking, why is my initiative not so good? I'm a different character.
Yeah, the killer, man. Mine's alright. 18. Where's my thing? Is it there? Captain Jax. 18.
Oof, that's terrible.
It's alright. Recalculated mine.
Right, okay, so this thing has grabbed Glamreus and it's run off.
Toxeros.
Toxeros, sorry. You can just about see its silhouette. It's dark, you've got a fire, right? There is a whiteout outside even if it was light, but you can just about make it out as it's just about to disappear from sight. So its turn was to grab Toxeros who fell out there and run away with its quarry. So Captain Jax.
What did Orianda get?
What was your initiative, Orianda?
I had a 13.
Okay.
That was 18, wasn't it?
No, it was 13.
I think the
Still
18's
looking at-
Jax.
I got an 18, yeah.
Right, okay. And I'm assuming that Toxeros has got more dexterity. So there we go.
I
Right.
have a fair amount of dexterity.
Captain Jax.
So I will.
By the way, you did actually roll for this at the start of the last day. You got one of the rare days where you have 2 encounters.
Oh, is that... Yes. Right.
I'm just checking one thing, guys. No, it doesn't let me track. I thought that Hex might let me track something, but it doesn't. So nothing does by the looks of things.
It's Hunter's Mark you want.
That is one. There is another one I've seen, but I don't have it. By the looks of things, I'm just getting to the end. I will cast. Maybe it'll allow us to see him better. So I will step out because I have to. Because you can't cast spells from within the dome out of it. You can't cast spells out of it or into it. I don't believe. Let me just double check. Then I don't have to step out.
I was checking that because I was going to... Well, before things happened, I wasn't quite sure. I was going to try and do Fog Cloud,
Yeah.
but I can't do it from in the dome.
So we can't do any spells from within the dome. So I will step out the dome drops, and I will cast Fairy Fire on the big guy. That is a DC 14 dex saving throw.
Right. It's not a dexterous fellow, this ice troll. And he definitely wasn't dexterous enough to avoid that. Right. Toxeros, can you also give me a dexterity saving throw
Yes,
at
we'll have a nice glowing Aki, which could be quite useful actually.
Well,
Kind of want him to
'cause he
fail,
got more
yeah.
Dexy.
I've got a 3 plus 8. That's 11.
Right.
So you are both currently you are both glowing ultraviolet, like an ultraviolet color. So ultraviolet purple. So you're basically glowing purple in the snow.
Yeah, so now he has become somewhat of a light source. So rather than see a little bit of light reflected from him, what you see is that outline of ultraviolet in the darkness starting to fade away, and you can see snow just trickling past in front of him.
So I will move 30 feet in the direction of the glowing light.
Right, so that will take you, let's say, within 5 feet of... No, because he's outside the bubble, you're inside.
Yeah.
Let's say about 5 feet between you and him.
Yeah.
So not quite in swipe range.
Yeah.
Well, 1 square away.
One square away. And... I'm just checking my bonus actions. Bonus action. Get ready, Glam, you're up next. I've already used the Bardic Inspiration. I'm saving that. And I think that's me. Yeah, that is that a bonus action? No, everything's an action. Why is everything an action, guys? Why?
Right,
Action economy, that's...
Toxeros,
Yes.
you're being held by the ice troll, right?
Yes.
So you start your turn within within a distance of the ice troll. Now, ice trolls,
It's Glamorous first.
is he glamorous?
Yes.
Ah, well, we'll get to that in a second then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait.
If
So,
only he was a fish, I could command him.
is he wearing anything
You can
metallic?
polymorph him into a fish.
And then talk. That'd be amazing. I can turn him into, polymorph him into a fish, and then command him to fuck off. That's amazing. That's really.
Oh,
That is
fuck
not
off.
spell. That is not spell. What's it called when you type with your spells? That is not
That's
that.
synergy.
That is, yeah. You know what I mean? That is proper taking the piss. Go on, carry on. Guy, you're up.
So yeah, is he wearing anything metallic?
He is not.
Right, okay.
Or at least you couldn't see anything that looked metallic. Even the weapon he's holding looked like a bone.
Yeah,
And for
yeah.
people that say bones are calcium and therefore metal, F off.
I don't think for the purpose of this spell that counts. Otherwise, I could just... How about the iron in his blood? Yeah.
He feels toasty warm. No.
Right, in which case... just check, I don't want to do anything else. No, right. Magic missiles. How many charges have I got left? I don't think I've used that today. No, I haven't. Right, let's do...
How as a druid with like really high level spells are you still using magic missile?
I don't have any 3s left. Bear in mind, this is the second encounter of the day. I'm tapped. I'm out of 4.
That was a tricky encounter, the first one you had.
Oh wait, actually, I do have a 4. But anyway, we'll figure that out next
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
Because actually, I think the 4th
didn't even look at
will
my
probably
spells.
kill Toxie. So yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
do
too
2
bad.
charges. So that's 4th level. So 4 magic missiles at ice dude, whatever he is.
Right, so that instantly hits. You don't have to roll anything, so just roll damage on that.
4. 13 plus 4, 17 points of force, is it? I think
That's not bad. Okay. Yes.
should get his attention if nothing else.
His magic missiles just whiz past Captain Jax's head, just whish through the air and just slam into this purple thing as you see just bolts of light just come off of him and a sound of hissing force damage in the air.
Remember at the moment we've got advantage to hit him, guys, with Verify.
Yes, true. I'll also bonus action Shillelagh just in case, and
Also roll
I'll
me a d20.
technically,
Not the
magic
shillelagh.
missiles is from the wand and Shillelagh's cantrip. So I haven't actually
Son
cast
of a
any
bitch.
spells. I mean, I'll roll it anyway if you want.
Oh, you may as well.
16.
Right. Okay.
And I'll move my 25 feet because I'm not. I'm not.
What-
very
So
fast.
you're about 5 foot behind me.
So yeah, I'll move my 25 feet towards. So to try and keep him in sight as much as anything. And now we see what Toxie does.
Oriander, you're up next after Toxie.
Toxeros. Right. Now, as I was explaining before we realised you weren't the next person in the turn order, trolls, ice trolls, emit an aura, right? An aura of cold. Now, do you have your ring on, by the way?
I do.
Right. Then take. Let me just roll this. Then take 12 points of cold damage halved.
So 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So that takes you down from what? You're on 68 now, aren't you? So 62.
No, for some reason it's not put me up to my full health.
Yeah,
59.
it's because where I'm copying characters from.
Let
save.
me
There we go.
just heal myself first. Right, so I'm taking 6 damage. Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Oh.
So you've just jumped, moved without thinking, and have been snatched up by a troll. The air around you seems to be freezing you as he holds you tight. Soon, if you realise if you can't escape, you'll be too cold to even move your body. So you feel the warmth start to seep away from you.
Escape. Or kill him.
I'm just checking my inventory to see what I can use to damage and hopefully.
Headbutt him as an improvised weapon. 5 times.
Say that
So is
again.
he currently grappled?
He's grappled. So this is a larger creature than it's a large creature. So it's not grappled him like hugging him. It's grappled him like
In his fist,
you know,
yeah. So you
yeah,
can
like-
use an action to try and break free, or you can just do whatever you
Just
want to do.
break 5 times in a row. Try and get him to release me.
Okay, so describe how you're hitting him.
So just explain how he's grabbing me.
Right, so I'd imagine he's hand down, grabbed you, so your head is above, your legs are below, but your arms are down by your sides, and literally like you're constrained in a straitjacket. But your legs would be free-ish, and your head would be free-ish.
Theoretically, you could stab from within. It's roll with disadvantage. isn't it?
Palmay's palm.
Effectively, you were every attack's at disadvantage.
He's a monk. He can use his legs as well as his hands to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He has mind knives.
The question is, can I flip my all or nothing coin?
You can. I'd like to think you kind of get that out of your pocket and kind of flick it down on the ground if you're going to do that.
I would do that literally to see
To
if
get
I
out.
can make an escape.
Oh my god, that's amazing! It's an
Right.
all or nothing coin to escape.
Okay, so the all is escaping. The nothing is, that was your last chance to try and wriggle free.
I love the thought going through his brain. He's thinking, I can hit it 5 times. It might drop me if I hit it 5 times, but it's a disadvantage. Or I could just spin a coin.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
Fun fact, by the way, you have advantage to hit a creature that. Oh, so you are grappling, yeah.
Oh yes, by the way, the
His
advantage...
fairy fire would cancel
Fairy
out.
Fire would
yeah.
cancel out all your disadvantage, so you could have 5 attacks at normal.
What? Hold on a minute. In that case, I'll just fucking do that.
Yes, we'd forgotten that. Well done, Gilam and DM, for pointing that out. So yeah, you see it's glowing, so you think, I can fucking hit this guy. So you got 5 attacks.
In that case, I'm just going to attack him from. So I'm inside his hand. Now, what you don't realise with a hand, these two are longer, so I'm going to have a little bit of space inside his hand to start punching inside and try and break his fingers, basically.
Okay.
Punch in the fingers. Okay, let's do your first 2 attacks.
Get some rolling to hit.
I was going to say, which way do it?
Wait, you still can't see
Nat
it.
20.
There's a nat 20, everybody. That's
20.
not one of
With the
these.
reflection.
Is a straight up nat 20.
So the first attack hits.
Would you like me to roll all my attacks now, or would you prefer that I do them one at a time?
Yeah. Let's roll all of them.
Let's
One
do,
of them's
let's,
a nat.
let's do the one action, because not if you do a flurry, that'll come later.
So my first action would be obviously to an
Attack
unarmed
twice.
punch.
Yeah.
So you attack
So
twice,
roll
you
both
attack
those
next.
attacks.
That one is a 6 plus 7.
That is not going to do it.
So you got one nat 20 on your first round of attack, so roll damage. So the dice is doubled.
That's a 3.
Doubled. Oh.
That's a 6. So
Are
that's
you rolling
9.
twice rather than... Okay, yeah.
9 plus 4, which is 13. Damage to a finger.
Okay.
Would you like me to do my second attack?
What's your bonus action?
Wait, I get 2 attacks. Oh, that's
You rolled
the
a 6, yeah.
Oh, as a bonus action, I am going to spend a key point. Surprise, surprise. And the reason I'm going to do that is I am going to take Flurry of Blows.
There's an interesting thing that you can do if you hit.
Don't meta pigeon.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying
Because I
anything.
can teleport it 10 foot away
That's
from
exactly.
me. At which point, I know, I'm fully aware. Which would be really interesting. So
I don't know what would happen. I don't know what the DM will decide on that.
I am
we
going
have to
Flurry of
do some careful rule reading.
Yeah,
DM.
do some careful rule reading. Maybe we'll all go to the toilet.
Flurry of Blows.
Okay, roll to hit. 2 attacks.
First attack.
You have to hit first.
That's an 11 plus 7, which is 18.
But that's going to hit.
So what are you doing on that hit?
So here we go. Just need to bring up my. Where's
You
the
might
life?
not get another hit depending on what you do.
So, the way this says, Astral Slide, you teleport the target up to 10 feet to a destination you can see.
Yep.
Now, if I'm grappled by that target, do I go with it?
You can certainly try.
Okay, this is what I intend to do.
Do it. Okay, so you
I
hit it.
intend
Roll
To
damage.
hit it, roll damage. Oh, wow. 6 plus 4, that's 10 damage.
It's 10 damage,
Okay.
and you're astral sliding it.
I'm going to astral slide it backwards towards
Oh
the
wow!
other guy.
That's like, oh wow! I don't know what.
That is
That's
my-
terrible idea. Okay.
Wait, when you say astral slide, does it teleport or does it slide?
It teleports.
Teleports.
Okay, so
You
it's
don't
not
get attack of
opportunity attack.
opportunities. No.
That's what I was getting.
In
Right, okay.
theory, I can drop, and that goes further towards the other guys.
And then it can pick one of us up. Thanks, mate.
Oh, then I'm going to kill it.
Because
don't
it's
worry.
up next. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like
no,
you
I'm
could have
gonna
just
kill
sent
it,
it
don't
away
worry.
from us, but you know it's fine. Let's just drop it right next to everyone else.
At 10 feet, I didn't think.
No, I
was
love
worth
it.
anything.
No, it's good. So basically, because
That-
Gaz
this
is
is
10
my
feet away,
first
so it's now
attack.
basically between me and
Flurry of
Gaz. But are you in its hand still, DM?
Right. Just 1 second, because I'm trying to get some layers sorted here.
No problem. Do you need 2 minutes? Because I really need to pee.
Yeah, I just went between turn.
No, I've got it. I've got it sorted. I've
Okay.
got it sorted. Right. Okay. So that back on that layer. So that is now there. He is now there. You guys are now there. Bottom left-hand corner.
There you go. Thank you. Do. Great DMing there, DM. I like that. You can create a map whilst we're in combat. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he is going to have a little. We'll put purple on him because he's covered in purple stuff. Here we go. Right. Okay, so that takes us down to.
So is Aki still in his hand, or is Aki
Right,
dropped
so-
to the ground?
That was my first hit, by the way, with Flurry of Blows. I've got a second one.
You do have a second hit
So-
if you're within range.
The way I'm going to treat this is, right, if he had clothes on, his clothes wouldn't disappear and he would move. So I'm treating Aki, because he's grappled, right, I'm treating him because he's grappled as forming part of the target. So he's
Fine.
moved with
Okay.
control. But if
No
he
problem at all.
wasn't grappled, or if
Okay,
Aki was
so-
grappling him,
so
then I
presumably
would treat
he-
it as choice.
He was up there, and then this is after he's moved back the 10 feet. Is that right?
Right, so you're going to have to imagine that Oriandi's about 30 feet. I could probably fix this.
So Oriandi's probably like 20 feet away.
Right, actually, let's move you guys to about there. And then let's do a little bit of revealing.
Oh. He moved back towards Oriandi, so he moved 30 feet, and then he sent it back 10, so he should be 20 feet away from Oriandi.
Right, we're just working out distances. Yeah, so let's just move Oriandi, because that's going to be a little easier. There we go.
Let me know when you're ready to roll my next hit.
Go for it.
Another one?
Now 20, guys. I will wear this shirt more often.
So I've just natted it.
So roll damage.
First D6 is a 5. Second D6 is a 5. That's
Nice.
10 plus 4. Which is
14 more points of damage.
14
That's some
points of damage.
serious damage from a grapple.
Now-
He just like hitting his fucking fist.
A
I am
fairy
now-
fire, otherwise everything would have been at disadvantage.
I am
Yeah.
now going to invoke Wrath on him.
Okay, what does that
What
do?
does that do?
The target suffers disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than you until end of turn.
Okay. And
He has
yeah.
advantage on you,
On
bro.
you.
I'm
Because you're
grappled,
glowing
dude. I don't
purple as
give a
well.
shit.
You know what I mean?
The point is,
No, exactly
you
that.
guys should be safer.
Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. The other thing you could, yeah, no, that's good. I like it.
Moving
Okay.
close to you, I've given him disadvantage. There
you-
is nothing more I can do to help.
No. Sounds
Right.
good.
Oriandi.
What are you doing,
What are you
Oriandi?
doing?
He's a glowing purple thing in the distance that you have advantage on.
How far away from him am I?
25 feet.
Yeah, around 20, between 20 and 30 feet, depending how far away you were at the beginning behind everyone. But yeah, 25 feet from getting to him.
How many moves do I have? I mean, how many actions do I have? Let me see.
So you have a movement of 30 feet, I think. So you can move up to
Yeah.
him for your movement, and then you can use your action to hit him if you want. Before
You
you
get
do that, you
attacks.
could cast a bonus action ahead of that to maybe do some kind. Don't do thunderous smite. Let's just remember that forever. In the mountains, don't
I've
do
already
thunderous
been-
smite.
Yeah, I thought about that already, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I might.
But you got a lot of
not
bonus
do-
action stuff which gives you extra damage.
Yeah, if you do Hunter's Mark on him, then you'll know where he is at all times for the next hour. So if he did get away, we could track Aki. So that's not a bad one.
Pigeon,
Is that a bonus?
She's a new player. Yeah, that's the bonus
I know.
action. So you can bonus action Hunter's Mark, run up to him, hit him, and then you get an extra D6 on your attack for Hunter's Mark as well.
So, do I do the hunter's mark first and then start kicking his butt, or what
yes.
do I do?
Yeah, because if you do
Okay.
Hunter's Mark first, you then get a +6 to the damage when you attack. Hunter's
Alright,
Mark
first I'll-
basically tracks him forever and gives you a +6 to damage. Sorry, plus D6.
All right.
Yeah,
I
you don't
want-
actually automatically know. You get advantage on perception or wisdom to find him.
Oh, that's changed.
But, or at least that's what the thingy says.
So you basically cast a spell, run up, and then smack him in the face. Is a recommendation. Or you could run up and tickle his balls, or you could talk to him and say, "Please put my friend down." I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
I'm not that nice. All right, so yeah, I'll cast hunter's mark on him first.
Right, your spell slots are a bit off because
Why
you
are
used
they
some
off?
earlier today. So
I
know.
did.
Yes, Eagle.
Well, Eagle
but
did
he
it for you, yeah.
couldn't press.
You
gotta take-
did, yes.
Yeah, so you have to tick off one level 2 for command. You need to tick off Thunderous Smite, so that's one level 1. And did he use anything else?
I don't think so, because the smite caused the avalanche.
Actually, no. Smite and command, they're level 1 spells. So 2 level 1s you need to get tick offs.
All right, I did that.
And then tick off another level 1 for Hunter's Mark.
So that's 3 level 1s. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and your healing. How much did you use? 5, was it?
He used it all. He used it all.
And remove all of your healing.
Yeah. He decided to use it all, even though I said just give him 1 point.
Interestingly, though, he did learn in the session with Sarge. He did only use 1 point of his
There we
healing.
go. See, he learns.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is healing at?
It's
as slightly recommended by DM Tithe. There was some coaching going on in that session.
All, and then there's lay on hands.
Lay
So
on
you just
hands,
need to
yeah.
reduce
So
that
the
down to
lay
0.
on hands just reduce that to 0.
The hell? I can hold on.
I think it also helps that did he only have 5 points of healing or something because he was a level 1 character?
I don't
Yes.
see it.
So you have to. You have to scroll down. It's got a plus and minus. We can do it in a minute though. If,
Yeah, let's save that, Phil. Let's go. You can look at that when we're action. So just roll, move your character up against him, tick off the hunter's mark, and then roll to hit. Roll to hit.
Move it. Hold on. Why does the map keep moving? I'm having difficulties here. Hold on.
You're on the wrong layer.
Are you on hand? Yeah, you want to click on the
arrow
above the hand.
On the left-hand side, click on the arrow, then you would pick up the character and move it.
It's on that.
And click on
DM's
your
just going to drop your character onto there just to help.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to go to the one above that, but fine.
Okay, move up one more.
You can do that. There you go.
I don't know why this is acting up. Okay. Now I forgot what I was doing.
Down the bottom left. Oh, she doesn't have DM actions. So now roll on D&D Beyond. Roll to hit with your weapon of Toothy.
What? Y'all didn't even ask me what I want to turn Toothy into or nothing.
What do you want to make Toothy look like?
It doesn't matter now because I done fucking rolled.
Well, you can as it rolls its 14. What does it look like?
14.
That's what you rolled.
It looks like a greatsword.
There we go. It's a big old great sword swinging
I'm
out.
trying to chop this motherfucker's hand off.
Does 14 hit? Oh, so are you aiming for the hand?
Well, so you.
Well, I mean, if I aim for the hand or the arm and it falls off, then Toxic can get out of that grip.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting, because, if you crit, maybe some of these things might happen. But, yeah, you pull out a Warhammer, and as you hold it up to swing...
Warhammer?
It just,
Great sword,
just
say great sword, just say great sword.
I know what
okay,
I said.
sorry. Oh, that's what it was before. That's what it was before.
Pick up a Warhammer, it just morphs in your hand into a greatsword, as Toothy just responds to, instinctually knows what you want, as you just try and slice this thing. But with a 14, right, you just miss, as it's a little bit too, well, not dexterous, but its
Wait,
armor
how
is a
many
little bit
times
too
did you
thick.
roll?
Oh, you get a second attack.
You get advantage, so
I've
roll,
only
rolled-
roll again for your first attack.
Oh, no, it's only one attack at the moment.
No
But-
advantage.
This is her first attack, so she has advantage, so yeah.
So roll Toothy one more time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
14.
21.
21.
That hits, I would imagine.
That's going to hit. Right,
would
for your
hope
second
so.
attack.
So yeah, roll again, twice. Gotta fucking love Fairy Fire when it works,
Wasn't
man.
that the second roll already?
So that's you're rolling with advantage because he's glowing purple. So I gave him Fairy Fire, so you get to roll with advantage. So you've rolled twice on the first attack and taken the highest, which is 21. Now roll twice again, and we take the highest.
Your second
Because you
attack.
get 2 attacks.
So you get 2 attacks because you've gone up a level. So that ain't gonna hit, and this one is not gonna hit. So you hit
No, so-
once.
Yeah, so you get your sword. You just about to miss. You manage to catch him with the blade, and on your backswing, it's just too fast. Its armor's too thick. You don't manage to do any damage. But the first one, you did manage to do a nick. You see a line just running down the back of him. So roll damage.
Not bad.
And then roll a d6, because the...
For the Hunter's Mark. I'm surprised it doesn't do that automatically when you cast it. Or I suppose it wouldn't know. It'd be clever if it had that.
it's remembering state. It's not very good with
Oh,
that.
that's a lot.
6.
Nice. That's 14 more points of damage. How's it looking, DM?
Ooh, how is it looking? It's not looking bloodied. It's not.
Okay, good to know.
Right, and that takes it down. That takes us down. Oh, okay, sorry. Orianda, are you doing anything else?
No,
You've
I'm
used your
standing
bonus
here
action,
looking like,
used
what
your
the
main
fuck
action.
just happened?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
So as you cut down the back of that troll, and you see this line just revealing, flesh and blood
troll
underneath
guys.
it, you start to see it stitch back together almost as quickly as you cut it, as it starts to regenerate.
Oh,
So an amount of
right.
hit points have been restored.
So
which I will not-
it's my turn. Can we take
Fire,
a
I
2-minute
think.
break? Because I really need to pee.
Okay.
So a 2-minute break in mid-combat.
I'll tell you what it does first of all. Right, it's a
it's
2-second
its
thing.
turn. Sorry, yeah, no, that's fine. It's its turns. That's fine. I thought we'd gone back to the top of the thing.
Right.
Let it go
No.
first.
So it's regenerated, right? Okay, so for its turn, it takes this thing that it grabbed. It's been smacking its hand. It's like picking up a gnat that starts biting you, right? It's made a mistake. It thinks trying to grab you and everything that's happening. So it's going to let you go, but it's not going to let you go in a nice way. It raises its hand and it throws you with advantage up north, up in the northerly direction. Right, so I
Holy
want you to give me a
shit.
dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh my god, it's thrown
It's-
him away.
You've not got dark vision. You've got a mask on that gives you disadvantage to sight checks, and it's dark. It is dark. So roll me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
3 plus 8 is 11.
Right, you go careening backwards. You see this purple figure just fade into nothing. Your friends have disappeared into the inky blackness. Right, you just flail uselessly, and then suddenly you feel a shard of something pierce your shoulder. Take 20 piercing damage.
My God, you're just murdering poor Toxie.
Wow,
Some
and we have
spiky
no
eyes.
idea. I can't believe we just threw him away. That's insane.
You are now. You know, if you ever seen a horror movie where someone's like put on a meat hook,
Yeah.
that is you right now. We're top of the round. Take a quick break.
Just quick break, guys. Quick break. Oh my goodness.
So mean to him.
Oh my goodness. Right, let's hit a button. Let's do this. Let's just chill out with some dark music. Let's keep the storm going. Okay, guys, we're back in 2 secs. Hi guys, how's it going? We're back. Let me hit the other button. That was that button, and this is this button. Boom. Button's good. Right, we're still waiting for Toxie, but he's further down the round.
Is thrown away.
Right. So,
He's
Captain
just
Jax,
hit a tree.
you think
Oof, George of the
Captain
Jungle.
Jax, right? You are starting your turn, and you're inside that blue aura. Well, there's no. Oh, you can't see the blue aura. You are inside a blue aura that only the DM can see.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, the
so-
aura of cold.
So you need to take. Oh, that's a good roll for the DM. 16 points of cold damage. Do you have any cold resistance?
15, did you say?
16.
16. Okay. I do not.
Okay, and you're not going to use any tattoos or anything like that. You're going to save those for later. Actually,
I'll
you've used
save-
it once today. You've used it already.
I think I used that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what stopped me
Okay.
dying, because we're in the same day. I don't know if I get it back on a short rest, but I don't think I do.
No.
So
Right,
seeing him throw away Toxie like a piece of yesterday's garbage.
Doxy, did you scream anything or shout anything, as you went?
Probably flipped them off.
Find my daughter.
No, I just glowed in that direction.
He's still glowing in the distance, hanging from a tree. As I turn and look that way, do I see where he is glowing?
He's too far.
In the storm.
It's whiteout conditions.
So we saw the
Even if-
direction that he went in, though.
If you got close enough to him, you'd see him glowing in the darkness.
But we saw we know whether he was north. We saw him go north.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to actually draw a little arrow for you on screen.
Cool.
So let's go with...
So this fucker's not weak to anything, and he's not carrying my friend anymore. I've already used Polymorph earlier on in the day, so I can't cast any top level spells. I don't have a mark on me, so I don't believe I have a concentration spell up.
No, you do not.
So I will...
It's Fairy Fire, not concentration.
Oh, it is. You should put a mark on yourself, because DM obviously can't remember.
But Fairy Fire comes from the Bandalore. Does it still have the same rules it does, doesn't it?
It should.
Things we've established,
I think
yeah,
concentration has to be, yeah.
it does. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm still trying to add the thing in there, so I'm just going to add the same colour. There we go, that's that spell. Okay, so I won't cast Bane then. I will cast... Because I think getting the advantage for everyone is pretty useful. How is Witch Bolt concentration? Son of a bitch.
Amazing.
Because
but
you
it's
can
also
use it multiple
concentration.
turns.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
'cause why it's
right.
great.
It
You
stays
cast it
on.
at top level,
That's
and
it.
then you just keep channeling top level damage every turn without using spell slots. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I remember that now. So yeah, I'm really glad that he made it come next to me, so I can't even use any of my ranged attacks. Thanks, Aki. So my spells are pretty fucking useless. What I will do, no hex is also fucking concentration. I could identify him. I
He's a
literally
troll.
have an array of concentration spells, so I will leave that for now. And you know what? I never get to use it, and it's fucking awesome. I'm going to attack it with my Dagger of Venom. And
So
hope he's not
remind
immune
us
to
how this
poison
works.
damage. So I am going to roll here because it's
I
easy.
remember trolls are either
You gain
immune
a
or
+1
vulnerable.
bonus to
I can't
attack.
remember.
So
Plus
it's,
one bonus to attack, damage.
it's
Plus one to damage.
21 to hit.
Right, you can use an action to cast. You got to use your action as well to cast thick black poison to coat the blade. You have to use an action to coat it, and then an action to attack.
Ah,
This is an assassination weapon.
right. So that's way in advance. Well, in that case, yeah, I have to It's a great idea in theory, but it's not amazing in practice, is it? Because without being able to cast it in advance.
But it is an assassination weapon. It's got one
yeah.
hit on it, and it does a lot of damage.
A
but
lot
you
of
need
damage.
to prep.
Yeah. Okay. Not
So
that much
you're gonna
damage.
command-
2d10. It's just a bonus, but that lasts a while. It stays poisoned for a while. So providing you know you're going into combat, you can run in and go click, and then you've got that extra damage the entire time. So I will click, I suppose, just in case this goes on for another couple of rounds. So I will pull the dagger out, activate the poison on the dagger, and I will give inspiration to Oriandi, who's got the Hunter's Mark.
Now, your inspiration does weird things, doesn't it? Or was that one of the other classes you were looking at?
My inspiration does not do weird things. I don't believe. I can.
It's like unsettling words.
No, I can. No, yes, I can do that as a bonus action. I can reduce his thing, but right now I can't cast spells on him. So I still have another one to maybe do later, but I can't use polymorph. There's not. I've already used the one thing that gives us all advantage. So I will activate the poison, and I will give. So Oriandai, if you look at your screen, you see you've got next to your walking speed, you've got a little button that says inspiration.
Yeah,
you can
check it off.
click on that. You now have a D8 if you need it for attack rolls or
Okay,
saves.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's
And
going to
that's
take
my
us down to Lambraeus, who is now also within the range of an aura. I don't know whether you've got, say, what's it? Resistance to cold, but you can take.
I do not.
You can take 11 points of cold damage.
Thank you.
Oh, do you know what? We're back in combat. Let me hit the combat music.
Oh, we keep switching
sponsored
maps
by
now.
sponsored
Keeps
by
going
Humble
back up.
Bundle.
Oh, yeah. Right. I can do one of two things, and both of them are daft. So I'm going to do one of them. I'm going to cast Bonfire under him.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Do you not have any good fire spells? Jesus!
No, I do not.
You really need a good fire spell. Just one good fire spell.
The thing is, he can choose his spells out of his entire.
I know.
But yeah, today I haven't. So
We're in the cold,
The-
right? I would say in
the
general
most
have a
sensible-
fire spell.
The most sensible thing I would do is Lightning Bolt, but as we found out, that's probably not such a good idea. So okay, I might need to swap my spells for tomorrow, but for today, I have a
you could
reason for
lightning
doing
bolt,
that.
But I
So
think you would
I'm
hit
going-
Jax. And if you aimed it
Well,
away from Jax,
I'm
you
more
would hit
worried about
Orianna.
avalanches,
Avalanches.
than but since we found out that they make a lot of
Yeah,
noise.
because I don't
So-
have any fire spells. Don't you have a
So
weapon
anyway.
that you can put on fire? Was that your other character?
Anyway, I can see
No,
what he's
that's
trying
the
to
other
do. He's
character.
trying to
I
get the thing
yes.
to jump out the way of the bonfire. So,
Exactly. And get out the way, or get us out of the way of cold damage, so Oriandai won't take cold damage.
That's clever thinking, Batman.
And opportunity attack with the shillelagh I activated last time.
And
so-
an opportunity attack with a poison dagger that I just activated. Let's go!
And exactly.
The DM's going to say he succeeded.
Probably.
right.
So Dex 15, saving throw.
Right. What does he have on the saving throws? Yeah, he's rolled exactly 15.
Okay. In which case I shall do not a lot.
Yeah, that's
Unsettling words is not a reaction, unfortunately. It's a bonus action. I have to use it on my turn.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. No bonus actions.
No, I mean I could redo shillelagh, but that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Bonus action.
Yes, you've not got
fart.
any wild shapes left. No.
No, they wouldn't be bonus anyway because I didn't take Circle of the what is it, so I have to action to.
Oh, by the way,
you
But
could use
no, I
like
don't have
nature
any left.
recovery or
as a
something to get
bonus
the
action, you might want to say, use fire. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so that
Oh
takes
yes,
us
because
down.
that didn't actually cause him any fire damage. Damn it!
No, that's what I'm saying. We need to hit him for some kind of fire damage.
Right, so yeah, you cast
Toothy be
bonfire, but he
fire?
literally just rearranges his feet. So he's thrown to obviously this bonfire's appeared, and he's like, "Rah." And you know it's warm, but he's quite high at this moment. It's not hurting him. So that takes us down to Toxeros. You just see an inky blackness. You feel the cold of the blizzard just washing against your face. It's not hurting you too much, the blizzard itself, because obviously you've got your ring of cold on. And you feel that you're impaled through your shoulder. As you reach your hand up, you don't feel wood. You feel jagged, it's smooth, it's hard. Maybe rock.
Is it cold?
It is cold to the touch.
When I hold my hand on it, does it melt?
Do you want to spend 6 seconds trying to see whether it melts?
Not particularly. Okay. Am I able to perceive whether I can move off it or not?
You know where up and down is. You don't know whether the ground is, a couple of feet beneath you or 20 feet beneath you. Not without some light to help you.
And did I get a feeling of how far I'd been thrown?
You know you've
How
been
many
thrown
seconds
very
have I
far.
been thrown for?
You know you've been thrown pretty far. You wouldn't know in feet because you can't see. When you went to the darkness, you just knew you travelled for several seconds.
Okay.
And if you want to unimpale yourself, you're going to have to spend a turn trying to work your way out of whatever is impaling your shoulder.
And can I feel what with my feet? Can I feel something behind me?
I think at this point you're going to have to use an entire action to try and get your bearings if you're going to go down this route.
Okay.
You do, of course, have a backpack with torches.
I do indeed, but it'll be an action to light a torch, won't it?
Yes.
Okay, so
This is where your creativity comes in.
yeah.
I want to know everything around me. Can I flip my all or nothing coin?
Just free yourself,
I
man.
think you can only flip it once a day, can't you? Or is it twice a day?
Right.
We
I
did
think
flip it.
What I'm going to do
Oh, no,
is
we didn't.
I am going to try and use an action to free myself from whatever it is that I'm impaled upon.
Right. Convince me that it's not just a straight strength check to pull yourself off.
I wouldn't be using strength because I'd be working my way down it, and I'd be using my hands and I'd be swinging my legs, so it'd be more dexterity than it would be strength. I'm a monk. I'm naturally going to be dexterous, aren't I?
I just figured if you're swinging yourself on that might cause a bit of damage. You can still try.
Let's give it a try.
Okay, so roll me acrobatics, I believe.
And don't get too low a score.
And acrobatics is 12 plus 7. That's 19.
Okay, so you manage to swing yourself back and forth as you just kind of work your way out until you kind of slide off and plop onto the ground. Give me a dexterity saving throw to see whether you land on your feet.
8 plus 8 is 16.
3-point superhero landing. So, yeah. But again, you're in the darkness, you're badly hurt, you can't tell your bearings. You could move, but you don't know which way you'd be going.
Okay.
Can you not see a big purple light in the distance? Oh no, he's far too far away. Yeah.
He's too far away. In a blizzard, there's a outside range of what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so knowing which way I was thrown, would I know which way I would to go head backwards in darkness?
You would be taking a guess. So far in the last 6 seconds, a bonfire has silently appeared, and a guy has pressed a button on his dagger. So the sounds of combat aren't really there at the moment.
So I can't hear anything.
No.
Not in the last 6 seconds.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I'm going to pull a torch out of my
That makes
inventory.
sense.
Okay, so what I will do is, I personally think it's an action, but there's not a lot you can do this turn, so I'm just going to let you do that.
Okay.
So
thank you.
let's see.
So
you don't
light
have
a
dark
torch
vision.
with his movement, kind of thing.
Well, I wasn't even going to light it. I was literally just going to pull it out and get ready to light it. Let's go, because you said that I couldn't light it.
Well, I'll tell you what. For flavour, I'll just allow it this once.
Huh,
Right.
thank you.
But you can't move. Yeah, so it's like you can light a torch, but you can't move. It's kind of. I do the same sometimes. Like you lose the movement. How are we doing, guys? How are people going on Twitch whilst we're working out the ins and outs? We've got Ratbait. If you've got a burning sensation, it might be an STD. Or a torch. I mean, one of the two.
Or a bonfire.
Or is it a prostate infection or something or other?
what's yours?
An engorged prostate. That's always a burning
it.
sensation. Does anyone have any fire? Just B, do you have any of your spells that do any kind of fire damage?
Right, Toxeros. So you've lit your torch with your movement. You're just standing there. What you can see around you, right, is glinting dark crystal. In fact, right, what I'll do for you, right, so obviously you can't see this much, but this is kind of what you see. You've impaled yourself,
Oh,
or had
Jesus.
been impaled, on an incredibly sharp piece of dark, dense, hard crystal.
Fuck yeah.
like obsidian kind of.
Yeah, it's got that kind of look to it, but it's not obsidian. You know what obsidian looks like, and this is.
Yeah, we do. He carried a piece of it around for ages.
Yes, I did.
Flashback.
Fool's
thank
Coal.
you.
Right. Okay, so, Oriandi. You've seen your friend Toxeros thrown into the darkness. Captain Jax has just pulled out his dagger. Right, you've never seen this before, but, you know, it's just dripping now with poison, you know. As this drips just touch the ground, you can hear these little hisses.
And we've said, fire! Hit it with fire!
I don't
What are you
have any
doing?
fire. The only thing close enough to fire is the breath weapon and maybe thunderous smite. And I don't want to use
none
the
of it's
breath
fire.
weapon because you guys would get toasted.
Yeah,
So-
you've also got other things you can do. You've got a wand of binding. 2 feet can also restrain people sometimes. And you've got a few spells.
You said people, but can it restrain something?
It can restrain creatures
That's fine.
larger or smaller than you.
But she can't do fire. If you're not doing fire, you may as well
Okay,
just hit
well,
it.
you
Just
know.
hit it.
Pardon me.
You're pardoned.
Okay. Yeah, you did hear it. Cause this guy's gonna try to move on all 3 of us over here. For now, Toxie's safe, but hurting. So we need to take this thing down. I want to restrain it, paralyze it, or restrain it. Which are they both the same or different?
But you've got 2 ways you can do that. You can either hit him with 2 feet and then use 2 feet to restrain him. You'd lose your weapon temporarily, but you've got a warhammer, so that's generally okay. Or instead of trying to attack him, so you lose your attack entirely, you can try and use your wand of binding. Let's just check that that's got the right spell on it. So, oh, we've used that today, haven't we? So we used a charge. Because you used whole creature, didn't you? So,
Okay. I
hold
guess
monster.
Toothy it is.
Yeah, hold monster was on. I'm sure we used hold monster, a clutch hold monster.
Wow, maybe I wasn't here for that.
Or
I
maybe it
would
was
say
foot-
you want to
maybe
hit. You
it was
got
two-way.
advantage to hit it. You may as well attack it with Toothy, do some damage, and try and restrain it.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Let me attack him with Toothy and try to hold his ass down.
Okay, so roll to hit with advantage,
So roll twice.
and then twice again.
19.
That will hit, but see if you get a crit. So the first attack just
17.
hits. Roll again twice.
So 2 times.
2 more times.
10.
That won't hit, so you need to roll better.
I need to get a
Roll
better
my
camera.
virtual dice.
Oh, fuck me.
Ah, so you hit once. So roll 1 set of damage. How does the Toothy thing work?
Right.
Is it like a contested strength with Toothy?
Well, I think Oriandi should read it out, because you know you got to learn your characters. But again, 10 points. So this wound on its back, as it starts closing, you just thrash again, forming an X. As one is closing, another wound is opening up there.
So how does it capture him, B? If you read out the weapon.
So click on Toothy,
Yeah, I did.
and you want the bit where it says weapon.
Alright, so Toothy Toothy transforms into a simple or martial melee weapon of my choice. I am considered proficient with the weapon if I am not ready. When I hit a large or small target with Toothy, it is in this form. I can use a bonus action to attempt to restrain the target.
So you use
The
your
target-
bonus action to attempt to restrain it. Okay.
The target must succeed on a DC 15 strength saving throw
There we go.
or be restrained.
A DC 15 saving throw, please, DM.
Right now, he's not very dexterous, but he looks quite strong. I'm pretty sure Toxaros would agree. So let's see where he gets on this. Ooh. A 9.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what happens is, as you strike him with the sword, right, Toothy just slips out from your grip and just anchors him to the ground as you see him start gnawing on his leg. So that's kind of what's happened. You
It's just like
slip from your grip.
amazing.
He's just bonded himself to the floor, restraining this guy, and that
Like a
10
bear
damage
trap.
is not the sword, it's him gnawing on it. So you've lost Toothy now as a weapon. You can pick him up at the end of combat. But it's there now, stuck to this thing, holding him in place.
Restrained.
It says while Toothy has a target restrained its way, it cannot be used to make attack rolls against any other targets. So presumably she can still attack it with Toothy.
Should I continue
Well, the way I'm
reading?
reading that is Toothy
Yeah,
is-
I think it's restraining him, not anything else. You can command it to unrestrain him.
It says it can reattempt the saving throw
On his
as
turn,
action.
Yeah, he can try and break
blah, blah,
free.
blah, the Toothy is a target restraint, blah 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 blah.
Okay. So it's restrained currently. Unfortunately, it's his turn before mine, although I get advantage anyway, so it's all good. Okay.
Right, before I forget, do you have any resistance to cold?
I don't know. How do I find that out?
Features
we'll
and
take
traits.
You have resistance to lightning and disease. So
I
not
guess
cold,
I'ma
so
freeze
take...
my-
So take
Oh wait,
6
I gave
points-
her these. Didn't? Oh no, she's currently got. I thought I gave her the
Gave me
ring of
something.
You
warming.
get respiration.
No, I thought before,
No,
like
it's
ages
some
ago, I thought I gave her the
items.
ring. She hasn't actually got it. She doesn't have it in her inventory though, so maybe
Well,
I didn't.
she might have it, but she's got 3 items attuned, so you'd have to choose which one to drop.
That's what it was. I think when she got the wing of spell turning, she gave me the ring back. That's what it was. She used to have it, but she doesn't anymore.
I don't remember any of that. When did y'all knock me out? Knock me out, took my damn warmth ring.
No, well, I gave you it, but when you got the better ring, you gave it back. I think because you've now got the ring of spell turning, which is better.
This is the thing, you got to add them to your character sheet because we'll forget stuff and we just go off there. Anyway,
It is in my inventory, so I've definitely still got it.
right, so you've taken some cold damage because you're in the aura. You can just feel by being close to this thing, the very warmth of your body is being sapped away. And that brings us down to the troll.
Does she have to
turn.
ring for? Does she have to do a saving throw to damage?
Sorry, saving throw? No, it's straight damage.
What, the aura? Okay.
Yeah, it's like walking into someone that's
That's
on
right.
fire.
Yeah, we didn't roll. It's just whether it had resistance. So it's his turn.
Hot.
So it's
Right, no-
restrained.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I got to hold down. Pin down.
Right.
Do something then. Ooh.
So it can use an action to reattempt to break free, or
Yeah, I can do that.
what does that do for him? Restrained. Speed is 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attacks rolls have disadvantage, and disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Right. Oriander, I think he's a little annoyed at you. No one did any damage to him the last turn except you.
Aw, poor baby. You shouldn't be picking on little people like us, you big, ugly.
But he did, you know, as we said that, as Toothy's gnawing on him, his flesh is regrowing, right? So he's still regenerating. But he's a little pissed off at you. Right.
That's all right.
Now
Bring
he's restrained, so he's going to do this at disadvantage, but he's going to bring out his claws and he's going to take 1 swipe, 2 swipes at you. So, let's have a look.
Big bully.
Nah, the disadvantage, that's not going to do it. And
Fucking love disadvantage. The only thing I like better than disadvantage is Bane.
what was that? Double 18. Gotta love that.
God
right.
damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to roll damage on that in a second, and he's gonna also try and bite down on you, and as he does it with disadvantage, the disadvantage pushes him into a nat 1, and he cracks a tooth on your shoulder blade.
Damn.
As you see this,
So 3 attacks. He only
Well,
got through with 1 thanks to Toothy.
yeah, so
Russian
you see a tusk-sized tooth just drop to the floor next to you.
So is that a crit fail for him?
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
Well, that's a crit fail to hit. Right. Slashing damage.
Fail,
He
everybody.
should brush his teeth a little more to be stronger.
Gonna pick that tooth up later.
Okay, so that is. Oh. That is 16 points of slashing damage, which I don't think you're immune to. It's gonna take you down.
Did he even reach up to get to me in the first place if Toothy was holding him down?
He rolled with
What?
advantage. Out of 3 attacks, he hit you once.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, was I standing there close to his head for him to do all that?
Yeah, you're right next to him. We're all right next to him.
Yeah, he's just clawing at you and then snapping down on your shoulder. Right. Now, because he hit, he also does. I need to roll this. 6 points of cold damage on top of that.
So six, and what else?
Sorry, 6 points of cold damage. Now, you have to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hold on, let me do this 6 points of code.
What was the other damage as well? So what's the total damage so far?
Orion die should be on 25.
Okay.
Why is nothing working? What the fuck?
Anyway, you need to do a Constitution saving throw.
$12.
16.
Just
16.
past that. I was going to say, if you failed that, you'd have disadvantage to hit, and there is so much advantage going on right now.
There's a lot of disadvantage. It's a big
Right,
fight.
okay.
I can't believe after survive. I can't believe in one day we can be like 4 sessions. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Okay, right, so that takes us back to the top of the round, Captain Jax. You've now got dagger in hand, envenomed.
So I, for my oh, by the way, don't forget, B, that you can at any point, if you have a saving throw or something else, you can add that D8 or attack.
I got a quick question. Am I supposed to have more damage than what I have right now? You said 6
Probably.
on top of something.
You should be on 25 hit points.
Oh shit, damn. Hold on. Okay, I don't know how to...
Okay, Captain Jax.
So yeah, I will turn around and stab him with the stabby dagger of stabbiness.
What hit?
I rolled a 21 last time. What the odds I do shit this time? But the good news is that that's a 2, but that's irrelevant because the second dice. Oh, I rolled a 2 with advantage.
Wow.
I rolled a 2 and a 1. A 2 and a 1. I'm really glad I activated that poison and didn't cast any spells. I'm really glad you put him right next to me, Aki, whereas I can't cast fuck all.
On the plus side, it lasts 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Eldritch Blasts, but they're at disadvantage when he's next to me.
Would you like to use a bonus action?
Just to clarify, Aki, don't ever put anything next to me. I always want to be at range.
Would you
Things
like
next to
use a
me
bonus
fucks
action?
me completely. That's me.
Would you like to
I don't
heal
have any.
anyone?
No, I'm done. Next person. Let's move on, because this is taking too long. I was fucking a whole session of fighting one troll. I'm done. Next person.
Glad. Jackson, maybe you should just like move back some next
No,
time.
they need to get an attack of opportunity against me.
At disadvantage.
That's a good point. Nah,
True,
fuck it.
while he's restrained.
I've got fucking poison dagger. It's fine.
Okay.
Need some fucking fire on this. He's not even taken any damage hardly because he's rehealing.
Well, I was going to say this is so. I'm going to try once more.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The worst
And
spell.
then,
Why Gaz ever was given this spell, I don't know. It has never worked.
It has. It has worked against a troll once before.
Once,
Exactly,
ever.
there
The
you go.
amount of
Brilliant.
times you've cast it. It has cooked
Brilliant.
more mammoth
But-
meat than it's worked in. It's brought more
100%.
monsters to us than it's killed.
But disadvantage on a Dex 15 saving throw.
Yes, it's got disadvantage.
Nice. See, now I'll give you that one. So now it's been held in place and you're casting a fire under it, and that makes more sense.
Okay. Right. So he needs to roll what? Dex saving throw?
Dex save 15
Okay, so that's a disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Unsurprisingly, he fails that. Right, so what
Excellent.
damage does he take?
And it's
Finally.
fire, baby. It's fucking fire, so he doesn't heal this turn.
2d8.
You can keep casting that whilst he's in that restrained, mate. I'll accept it. I forgive you all your trespasses.
No, not keep casting. It's concentration,
Oh, it's
so it
there.
stays.
Nice. Oh wait, so you didn't use that for your spell? It was cast last time.
No.
It saved against it, but it's still there, right?
It dexterity saved, so we're pretending he's moved it.
Yeah, because you said it. Yeah, I think it does say. Well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, 13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And it has to move?
Because it's restrained, it can't move.
Okay.
That's
No, it
what
doesn't
gave
say it
the
has to move. In fact, the opposite. If it makes dex, or it takes 50, well, 1d8, which is 2d8 because I'm now level 5. Creature must also make the saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time, or its turn ends in there. So it's on its turn
So
if
it
it's
has
still
to move,
in there.
otherwise it continues to take damage. That's why it moves.
And if it can't move, it will continue
Right.
to take damage on its
So
turn.
when it saves, it also doesn't move. It just saves, moves. Yeah, just kind of on
Also,
the spot.
Glamorous. Well,
Take damage.
That is take 12 points of cold damage.
Okie dokie. I'm down to.
I like how everyone is just sitting inside this aura that's just.
I can't believe when it was at disadvantage I didn't move away. Now I'm really mad.
Well, actually, yeah. Given it's doing that damage to me anyway, can I tell if I back up slowly when I'm not freezing cold? As in, how far I need to move away?
You ran well. You know that when this thing popped next to you, right? In fact, you would have been in range, more or less, when you were about 5 feet away. It's more than just right next to you. Yes, it got noticeably colder. You know, this is like
So it's
you know,
5
pouring
feet.
a can. This is like
Oh,
when
that's
you
what I'm
pour a
saying.
drink and it
So-
freezes mid-air cold.
If I move back to there, do I still feel really cold?
You can try.
Or is that enough? Well, yeah, I'm going to move back. It's just
This
how
is the
far I
start
need
of
to move
the
back.
thing, so
So he's moved.
yeah. Right.
Oh,
so attack
actually,
opportunity.
okay, if I don't move, I'm going to move 10, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a nat 20, but is at disadvantage. And that is 16, so that's still going to hit, I imagine, with his pluses.
Nope. AC...
Oh, natural
with
16.
pluses. Oh, so,
16 plus a lot.
Yeah, that hits.
in that case, yes, I'm 17, yeah.
Right. So that is also going to be.
So with
claw attack.
disadvantage, he rolled a 16 and a 20. With advantage, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Right. So that is. Take 11 points of slashing damage.
Oof. How you doing there, guys?
I'm down to 22.
Okay.
And then take. Oof. And then take 15 points of cold
Oof.
damage. Sorry, and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
Constitution. Right,
Now
okay.
you say that, Jax, but this thing is restrained. It's got
We've
disadvantage.
barely fucking done damage to it.
18
And we
plus
did quite a lot
3.
early, but
So-
I'm not sure
Right,
what
we
that
lost-
save is.
Aki did all the damage and then
Jeez.
Aki's fucked off.
This thing's restrained.
That's a walk.
He's moved back. If that thing can't move, it can't hit him.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, that's where you're at. You succeeded there, so nothing happens to you.
Good, because I'm down under 7 points.
Okay, who's up next?
long
Because the
rest.
turn order doesn't say
That's
anything.
the ice. Yeah, and yeah. So it's Toxeros.
Hello.
Did he
So
hear
you
that
def-
combat?
You definitely heard that combat. You heard a sonorous ring and a sound of like snapping, almost like someone was biting on Oriandi's shoulder.
Let's wander in that direction, shall we?
Right. Give me a check is this going to be? Give me a. Let's just go perception. Right. To see how close you get.
Okay. My perception is.
This is hearing. If it was eyesight, you'd be at disadvantage.
Well, does he have it on? He hasn't said he's put it on yet.
I assume he's been adding it to the damage all the way along.
Sorry, what's that?
Did you have your
Your-
thing down for your rolls earlier?
Yes.
Okay, so it is down, so yeah.
What?
Right. So what that
But you could
perception
take
was.
it up again since you're now trying to find something with your eyesight.
My perception is 6.
6.
6, including your perception.
Including my +2
Well
modifier.
done. You're just gonna walk into another frost
show
troll.
me where you're trying to move to.
I'm naturally going to move away, so I can see with my light that I've got rock behind me. I know that I hit the rock, therefore I'm going to move away from the rock. So I'm literally going to move directly away from it.
Well, no, you're going to try and move towards the fighting. That's why you're listening.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
just show me with your movement where you're trying to get to.
So I'm going to go either that way or that way directly.
Right, you just show me where you're going.
You want to move
and I'll-
south.
and I
He
will tell
wants
you
to
where
move
you end
south.
up.
Let's.
I want to move south, yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so how far that way? So by the time you reach, let's say, it's 25 feet. So let's move you to about here. Right, now you got 6, so I need to roll this. So you ended up there. And let me just reveal some areas for you. So,
I would have been revealed it on the way, wouldn't I? Because I have a light on. Okay.
right, so you can still hear, that's 25 feet of movement. You can still hear the sound of fighting. Right, move again.
I would still be heading naturally south, like so.
So you got 20 feet of movement. So where do you want to try and end up?
Where I want to try and end up 5, 10, 15, sort of 20, maybe here. I want to end up.
Right. Okay, and let's just see. Right. So you end up around about. Feel that? You end up around about there, but you're now close enough to see a glowing figure in the background. You can't really make much out other than a large purple glow, just in the darkness.
But you can
Good,
see
so
the
I'm
purple
in the right
glow, so he can fucking bonus action ranged and fuck him up with daggers.
The issue is I've still got my on.
Well, you got advantage to hit. Because your thing gives you disadvantage to perception checks.
Yeah, you're still
Involves
fine to
sight.
hit.
And you were using your
You're a
ears.
monk. So roll 2d20s to hit. You have to bonus action to make your knives ranged, don't you?
You can use a bonus action to increase the reach of your unarmed strikes by 30 feet to the end of your turn.
Yeah, but I can just use a dart, can't I?
You can.
Oh wait, hold on a minute.
But you'd
I
get-
can use a bonus action.
you can
to
use
make
a
it-
bonus action and that's your unarmed attack.
Meta pigeon, be quiet.
Right, hold on a second. Where is he? How far away physically is he from me?
20 feet.
Let's go to the right screen.
15
20
feet.
Well, I can, yeah, fuck it. Bonus action. Increase the range of my unarmed strikes. And now I'm going to twat him one.
Or,
Why don't you-
or
why-
two,
why-
as the case may be.
Why did you not use your darts?
Because they're shit damage.
Do you know why I didn't use my darts? Because as soon as I pick up a dart, I basically become completely blind.
He realised.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
and then you hit Jax.
That's the reason why he doesn't use weapons. He could use swords, but he goes blind if he uses anything.
Yeah,
Right,
if I'm
okay.
using, I'd have to drop my AC, and I
yeah.
don't want to do that. So,
Yeah,
right, let's
it's
hit
fun
it.
as well when he picks up a projectile
Okay,
and throws
okay,
it back
go.
at someone, he goes temporarily blind.
I got a nat 20 and a 2.
So that's the first roll. That's your first attack. I'm gonna roll, now attack again.
So
Doesn't-
that
that's
was
a nat 20.
You say.
That was a
Nat 21 crit success with smash in the successes tonight.
and I got an 18 and an 11.
So,
So
those are both going to
both hit. The first one's a crit.
First one's a crit, so that's
You're not the only fucker doing any damage. Although saying that, Gaz did damage and fire. Was
So,
that on this turn? So he's not
that's-
healing after this.
4 and a 1, so that's 5 plus 4, I want to say.
Yes, that's 9 points of damage.
Yep, that's 9 points of damage. Oh, by the way, they were plus 7 to hit, so I think I hit.
And then roll another d6. Like a d6.
4 plus 4, that's another 8 points of damage.
So that's 17 in total?
Yep.
Yeah, so that is... Okay. Yeah, that was your turn, I guess.
I've used my movement and...
Bonus action. Done.
Yeah. Oriandi, as you're standing there, Toothy now restraining this guy, you just see this thing from out of nowhere just go boof, boof, and he just goes, and some blood just drops down goes down his chin as he starts to look bloodied.
Nice. Smash him in the face.
Right. I want to take my warhammer and start bash him in the face.
Sorry, can I just ask a very quick question? Is the fire still underneath him?
Yes.
At the moment, yes, because he's restrained.
Thank you.
He's literally just Toothy just holding his leg above the fire.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, hold on. Scratch what I just said. Cause you didn't say anything anyway. So, yeah.
Oh, a
See,
fort
how
is
close
forming.
Okay, Jax is right there. I'm right there. Jax is too close.
If you're thinking about lightning, only if you draw a line, and he would need to be within 5 feet of it, I believe.
Yeah, he's right there next to him.
But more if you lightened that way,
Which way? Oh, that way, yeah.
as in directly due east. We might have another avalanche situation.
No, I don't want that. Damn, I forgot. Thanks
And don't
for
forget,
reminding
I'm saying
we've
me.
still
we
got-
might.
We've still
It
got.
might not. I
mean,
suspect there's
We've
some
still
sort
got
of roll.
advantage on all attack rolls.
Say what now, Jack?
We've still
Jack?
got advantage on all attack rolls. So every time you roll twice.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter what you choose, just make a choice, and
Yes.
what happens, happens.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a second. I'm trying to decide.
This is what you're supposed to do on other
Just-
people's turns. This is why combat goes
Jax,
quicker.
I'm a
Remind me what the
female.
unofficial
I'm not
sponsor of the
quick
show
like you guys.
Oh my
When it comes to
God.
deciding. Okay. Oh, look. All right. So, fine. I'm about to blast his ass with some lightning going in. Oh, that's the wrong page. Hold on.
Okay, so 30 feet, lightning just shoots out. We established it's the direction that Glamrice pointed
It's
at.
gonna go, yeah, straight across to the east.
Right, so he needs to make a deck save at disadvantage, which he's probably going to fail. Nat 1?
There we
Yeah.
go. That definitely fails.
You just shot at his foot that was just straight in place. You just like, psh. Okay, so definitely fails. Roll me 3d6.
Ugh. Okay, well, there's your 3d6, sir.
Right, that is. Oh, okay, you rolled
7.
separately.
You
So
can
he's
roll
gonna
3
take-
together,
Yeah, I
but
don't know how to do it together.
that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
So that's 7 in total, yeah?
So he's
Yeah.
taken 7 points of damage there. Also, because you're still in his aura of cold, you take an additional. Oh, yeah, you're not resistant. 10 points of damage.
So, you gonna kill me?
You're still just up, I think.
Right.
So,
Okay.
as a lesson, because we are
my God,
teaching,
I'm cold.
especially with Oriandi, you hit for 3d6 with the electric. With advantage, you'd have had 2 attacks. And assuming they both hit, you'd have hit for 1d10. No, sorry, Warhammer. 1d10 plus 3. You'd have done a lot more damage physically. Like, you're a
done that.
fighter. The electric's good if you can catch more than one thing in it, because you hit multiple things. Against one thing, just hit them hard. But it's a lesson. It's all good, baby. It's all good. And to be honest, you've hit him for that electric damage.
Hopefully, we don't have an avalanche.
okay, so it's his turn.
No, exactly.
He can't regenerate because he's
On
actually,
fire.
He needs to make he needs to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
He needs to make
On
a
the end of his
dexterity
turn.
saving throw on the end of his turn.
Well, he's
So you
restrained.
could make a
so-
strength to
Break
try and
away
get
from the
out if you
restraint.
wanted to, or attack or whatever.
Yeah, that's instead of attacking.
I'm really torn here. I'm just going to roll
It's
the dice.
tough, isn't it? Because on the one hand, if you break free, you don't get the disadvantage on your dex saving throw, but then you can't attack. If you attack, you're at disadvantage.
Right, he's gonna try and break free. So let's give us a strength saving throw. That's an 18. So he manages to break
I
free.
should have cast Unsettling Words on him during my turn. That's what I should have done. Anyway, carry on.
Right. What could he do now? He needs to move because he can't stay with that bonfire damage, and I should probably put the bonfire down there. Where is he?
The fire is south of me, isn't it? Because that's next to where Dan was. I'm assuming that's where you got it.
Yeah,
He's
not
gonna
nominally
continue
this
to move
top
in the
corner.
direction that he was going, but he's not going to move fully out.
So Orianda gets an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, roll an attack with the Warhammer.
And this is still at advantage.
Because he's still on fire. Roll again in case you get that 20.
24.
Roll again.
$13.
So you hit, roll damage. What a combat, boys.
6.
Now, you
6
still
points
have-
of damage.
you still have Hunter's mark on him, don't you?
And roll a
Yeah,
d6.
I do. I
Yeah, that's
do.
the other thing about if you'd attacked, you'd have got the Hunter's Mark damage. Ah, shit, I forgot about that. But yeah, roll a
What?
d6. So roll a d6 now. You don't get that with a spell, unfortunately.
Do you not? Damn it.
No.
I'm just gonna.
That's 11 points of damage.
Right. So
Okay, now
11.
what?
So yeah, he's still looking bloody, and yeah, he's broken free of 2 feet. So 2 feet now, sitting on the ground. He's reformed himself into a longsword, but he's just sitting there next to the bonfire, looking happy with himself.
Is he
He's just had
standing? Is
another
that where he's moving to? Yeah.
meal. Yeah, he's just moving around the bonfire.
Okay.
So he was heading in a direction when you guys found him. So he's still heading in that direction. So that takes us down up to Captain Jack's turn.
Okay. So for my
Will take.
yeah.
You shall take 5 points of cold damage.
Nice. I won't reduce that. I was thinking of reducing it this turn. I'm still doing okay. Let me do it on my character sheet as well. Wait, that doesn't clash. That's different. Why is it different? But I'll do it with what's on the screen because you might have done something that I missed. And that's the lower. So I'm on 5 points, you said, didn't you?
5 points.
So that's 31. So let me change that to 31. So add that to 34. Okay, so my hit points are at 31. I will, for my action, I will hit it. I will hit it with my dagger, hopefully.
With advantage.
With advantage still.
Hit it if you can.
I'm going to roll this one. If it smells, I'm fucking putting it in jail. And I'm... Oh my god, 13 is the first attack. There's the first hit.
The first one does not hit.
So I'm going to roll in with a dice. You can see my dice tray. Yes, there we go. And that's well, fucking 2! Jesus fucking Christ! I can't believe I've got a really, really damaging dagger that can do like 30 odd points of damage and I can't hit the mother bitch. So at that point...
It's just lumbering past and you're just going, stabbing at his legs. and just
Fucking hell, guys. It's just depressing the shit out of me. I can't believe I give everyone disadvantage. I give everyone advantage and no one's hitting the fucking thing except for Aki. Just hit the fucking thing with your weapons.
And he hits a lot, so he gets a lot of advantage.
I know. So I'm moving away. I'll take the attack of advantage. I'll take the attack. No, he's not a disadvantage anymore, is it?
No, he's not a disadvantage to attack you if you move out.
No. So I will cast.
You've attacked.
I believe
So
I can
bonus
do
action
this.
only.
I will bonus action. Unsettling words. Oh, that's saving throw. No, I'm not gonna bother. There's no point. It's his next saving throw. Fuck knows what that's going to be against. It would have been great whilst he was still restrained. So yeah, I should have done that, but I didn't, and I'm not doing it now. I will. Nah, I have to hope people can kill him before it gets to his turn. I'm staying
Well,
still.
right.
That's my
So,
turn.
As this thing
See how
starts
quick
to
that
move
was, guys.
away,
Boom, boom, boom.
as this thing starts to move away, he's about 20 feet. You know, he's starting. He was quite light when you could see him, but now, even with the bonfire, his silhouette is kind of disappearing into the. You know, I should have made you check for that concentration spell each turn. No, lesson learned. Anyway, yeah. So it's disappearing into the blizzard. Glamorous, can you just make me a concentration saving throw? Because, sorry, concentration spells, you do need to do that in a blizzard.
Oh, in the blizzard or for the damage?
No, just a blizzard. To maintain a concentration spell while the wind is whipping in your face.
So he also just hit me
17
for...
plus 3.
What about the
Yes,
cold damage? Do we have to roll for that as well?
No. So
Okay.
this is just one of the things in a blizzard. It affects concentration spells.
I didn't know if the frost damage would also mean we had to roll for that as well, because we're taking damage. Every damage we have to roll concentration, right?
You should have rolled a lot of concentration. But let's not retcon.
Okay,
Right.
That's good,
But you
because
can
I
roll-
rolled an 11 on one, but I didn't on the second. Let's move on.
You can roll now, though, because just to see whether you maintain verify.
So that is a not good roll of 6 plus 1, 7. So I imagine Verify just dissipated.
Verify disappears.
Fuck yeah. And,
Damn it.
you know, it was only the only reason I've been casting spells is because I didn't want to lose that, because it's so good for everyone and no one's using it. So fuck everyone.
Unfortunately, the thing I was about to do was really going to have benefit from it. But hey.
Well, fuck you. You should have used it earlier.
It was fun while it lasted. Right. Clarice.
Okay. Right.
This is the
Let's
longest
try
combat ever. I'm changing
Let's
music.
try something. Let's try something different. This
Why
could
is it
end
the
badly,
longest
but
combat? He's not got anywhere near as much health as the first combat.
No.
Had. He's just
Right.
been sitting there.
Just get that fucking fire under him, bro.
Ignore him.
no, because he's not got his thingy
True
anymore.
story.
So he's not got disadvantage. So I'm going to try something different that would have worked really well if you'd still got Fairy Fire on it. But hey-ho. I'm going to cast Conjure Animals, and four apes are going to appear around him,
Should have done that. Fucking 8. Although the
Which
fire
have-
was good, in fairness.
which have multi-attack.
Wow.
So I'd have got 8 at
Wow.
advantage attacks against
Which
him.
you could have had for the last 2 turns, yeah? This fight would have been over at 45 minutes ago if people just attacked him.
Well,
Hilarious.
the first turn, it's only been like 2 turns. The first turn,
That's true.
I didn't realise I'd still got a level 4 set spell slot.
JJ will always say
I
he did
hadn't
wrong because
scrolled
Rob,
down
mate.
that far.
Fucking right as well.
Right. Well, I don't have a gorilla at the
It's
moment.
a teaching
so...
thing, guys. Teaching.
Right. I tell you what. There's some battle badges.
Oh, it's all about the badges, guys. Even though they're
See,
baboons.
there's a reason I didn't go with badgers, because I don't think they'd last past the first turn with cold damage.
Right. Now, I'm just going to reveal a little more area. So you need to tell me where these things are being placed, because I'm assuming your spell's got range.
Oh, that's a good question. Conjure Animals 60 feet, so yeah.
So wherever you really
Fine for
want,
whatever.
wherever you can see.
Yeah, the intention is sort of surround him. Oh, not wedge axis. There we go, like that.
Okay.
So that
Right,
at
so
least
they'll
2 of them get a tax advantage if he runs away.
Are they flanking as well? At least 2 of them should be flanking.
Oh yes.
Yes, at least 2.
You see, I was going to pick something with pack tactics, but then because I'd already got advantage, I didn't. But you're right. At least 2 of them will get an advantage, right?
So 4 attacks, 2 at advantage.
So it's got multi-attack. So
Jesus
I'll go.
Christ.
I'll roll 6 dice to start with. So these are their fist attacks.
Right.
I get the
Oh,
feeling
right.
that this is going to be
JJ's sitting there going,
overkill.
why did he not do this on the first?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Which
and
one
it's
of those
plus
are the
5 to
advantage
hit.
attack?
Oh yes, I didn't think of that.
The ones with advantage have to be rolled separately, you know.
Yeah, so re-roll, re-roll,
Yeah, okay, right.
re-roll.
Yes.
So
yes,
just
yes,
roll
yes.
2 at a time. Yeah, 2 at a time, guys. 2 at a time.
Just do your 2 advantage and then roll the rest.
Okay, so this is one of the advantage attacks. Oh, they're both 12 anyway. Plus 5 is 17.
17 is going to hit.
Cool.
Right. Next advantage attack.
Misses.
Not going to hit, I'd have thought.
Okay,
Right.
the other 2 advantage attacks.
And then, well, the other 2 that aren't at advantage. So these are just straight
I
attacks.
thought they had multi-attack.
I'm going to do the multi-attack second. So a 9 plus 5 has 14, and
Miss.
11 plus 5 is 16.
Hits just.
So you've
Okay,
had
so
two hits out of the first round.
Yep.
Roll damage for those.
Okay,
Let's
so
get all the
they...
hits together because the damage. is
Yeah,
the same.
okay, yeah, they're all the
Are
same.
they all the same? Oh, right. I assume they were different because
yes,
he was doing it different.
Yes, yeah. Oh, well, I thought it was,
So
and
now
then
that
I've just
whole
realised
thing
it's not.
all over again.
Yes, okay, so
Hits.
13
more
plus
hit.
5 is a hit, and 12 plus 5, 17
One more
is a
hit.
hit, and
That's 4
the
hits.
2 normals. is a 13 and 15, so
Hit,
2
hit.
more hits. So 6 hits.
6 hits. Come on! Boom, boom, boom!
Right.
This is like Aki all over again.
66. This is basically a fireball.
So 66
Plus 3 times 6, which is
6.
18.
18.
Jesus. So this plus 18.
Yeah.
So that's 10,
10,
20, 21, 39 points of damage.
Of bludgeoning damage, if it makes any difference.
But he waited this long. Yeah, until everyone was
How do you want
really
to do
hurt.
this? that spell is just overpowered.
That is
That
crazy
annihilated a boss
overpowered.
in one go last time.
Well, yes, okay.
I think it was changing the music that did it, guys.
So yeah, I suddenly realised I'm not quite as tapped as I thought I'd been, because it's the end of day. I thought I was tired. Just really, after seeing I'm down to 7 points of health, I've suddenly realised I've got some more in me, and it's throw out some apes that just pummel the hell out of him.
Like that.
You learned something at the zoo, didn't you, JJ?
Wait, Jesus Christ, this guy's got like 100 points of health. That's like 40% of his health there. And you guys have just drawn this out into like a 2-hour fight.
Seriously, 2 hours we've been fighting this thing.
If you
And
cast
Gaz
that,
could
that
have
would
just
been
killed it in 2
turns.
rounds. I mean, in fairness, Haki did all the other damage bar. I didn't hit, by the way.
Yes.
I can't complain. I've literally been here with this poison. I spent 1 action activating the poison, and then 2 turns missing.
I like to think
With
right, that
advantage.
I like to think, JJ, what Captain Jax, that you when this thing falls to the ground as pummeled, did you walk up to him and you're
I'm
like,
a
stab him?
Fucking stab.
Roll with
stab,
advantage.
Stab.
Roll with advantage. Can you stab a prone body on the ground?
7 and 9 plus I think that hits, because I think I'm plus 8. Actions 9 plus 7, 16. That does hit. So I do
That's
finally
4.
hit it and just inject it with poison.
Yeah,
And
and
then
you see green come from the wounds and his belly swell, and then just bursts a little bit.
Let's loot. Let's.
Can I just walk over at this point and go, well, I was going to cook it, but that ain't going to happen now.
Should we not cook anymore? I think it was the cooking of the meat that may have attracted it. It looked quite hungry. So let's try and maybe survive on those good berries and eat less mammoth. Let's just wrap. Maybe we can dry cure that mammoth and have it cold. And I'm gonna spend 10 minutes putting another shelter over the fire that already exists. If you guys want to loot the corpse.
Well, yeah, we might as well try and loot the ice hawk or whatever the hell it is. I'm not sure if it's going to have anything much. A bone.
Who is trying to loot it?
Yeah, me, Oriandi, probably.
Roll
Oh,
investigation.
actually, maybe Toxie, because he did come and.
Let's say
punch it.
you and Orianti.
Okay.
What are we
Investigation?
Yes, investigation.
Well, straight.
And Ori and I, 12.
Also 12.
Right. So as Captain Jax is settling himself down, and Toxeros has disadvantage on anything with sight, so he's not really got a clue what's going on. You search around the body, and you really don't find anything of interest. I mean, Oriandi pulls his loincloth up at one point and just puts it straight back down.
Oi!
Did not need to see that.
Large
and
ice penis.
And Glamor, he's like no, that's not how trolls breed. There's like it's like a Barbie doll down there.
You say that with every monster. It's insane.
He's
Just you have a
family
cloaca. Anyway,
He's being family friend.
right. In Glamreus, I know you like to collect odd weapons. There is, a very large bone mallet. That's like bone club that the thing's holding. But this isn't really what interests you. As you're searching around, right, and you search around the area a bit, you realise that there are crystals sticking out the ground everywhere. Right. Toxeros, as he's limped up, bleeding you, and you've gone over there and investigated that, and you see these giant. How are they actually described? Da-da-da-da-da. Right, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, you find these giant, dark, crystalline structures. So they're not solid rock. They're not obsidian. You can kind of see through it. They're a very dark color. And as you pick one up, you start to feel a bit weird. And Oriandai, looking at this, picks up a chunk from the floor as well. Captain Jax, Toxeros, you don't see this. Captain Jax, you're very busy doing your ritual spell. And Toxeros, you're busy trying to tend to the hole in your shoulder. Now, as you pick it up, Glamreus, the thing turns a darker color. And Oriandai, as you pick a chunk of this up, it seems to clarify and become crystal clear. Almost as if the magics flowing throughout each one of your bodies is suffusing the crystal that you're holding. And each one of you has a thought in your head. A very kind of Gollum Lord of the Rings-esque thought. You know. I'll do this in a Gollum voice. Crystal's man. So you feel this, and you feel like this could be something. You feel like you don't want to let it go, like it's yours. And so, Glamreus, you slide it carefully into your pocket. And the same with you, Oriandai. You turn away from Glamreus and you kind of slip it into the back of your shield there. But what you feel as a pair of you walk away, telling everyone, you found what you found, a troll, a bone hammer.
Troll penis.
You just tell them, well, I didn't find anything. But the pair of you level up to level 8.
Ooh.
Oh, shit!
Interesting.
And they have secret evil crystals, maybe, or secret magical cool crystals. I think evil for Glamreus and really good for Oriente, maybe.
Right, so for purposes here, these act as arcane focuses. So while you are holding and attuned to it, while you're holding it, right, and using it as an arcane focus, so I think druids usually use their staff as an arcane focus. So imagine like when Glandalf puts his crystal on top of it, and I think paladins usually use their shield or maybe a reliquary or something. So they do have an arcane focus. So you use this as kind of like an amplifier. So while you have this on your person, you are level 8.
Oh, so you're only level 8 whilst you hold the crystal.
How
Or
do you
you're a
level
level greater. You're a level greater whilst you hold the crystal.
up? How do
Okay,
you,
interesting.
How do you level up?
We will do that. We can do it off the air in a second, yeah.
Okay. So
I
I
have
think
just realised the two other things. Did we find...
roll me, by the way, wild magic for your badges.
I was going to say that was going to be one of them, and the other one was going to be, did Oriandai find the tooth that sort of snapped off in her shoulder?
Were you looking for the
Rolled
tooth?
What?
There was the orc's tooth snapped off on your shoulder.
Probably still there, right?
Well, the question is, are you interested in the tooth? It's certainly the sort of ivory that you would get from an elephant's tusk.
Of course it.
Because it's not a tooth, it's tusk that broke off.
Oh, tusk, sorry.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you can add a troll tusk to your inventory. Well, you find a troll tusk as well, worth 25 GP. So you can trade that into someone who trades in furs and tusks and wares like that, and get 25 GP.
Nope.
Yeah.
So someday it's going to hit, and, well, it already did once, didn't it?
Yeah, it was not exciting though. All I'm
Well, you
saying is,
weren't
guys,
around.
in my campaign, it is fucking... We're going to have much higher rolls on it. When you get to that dangerous area, it'd be like anything below a 5 and you're fucked.
Well, strangely enough, and Glamrace's character wouldn't know this, but it's now on a 1 and a 2.
Hey.
It's now a 10% chance.
So around about this sort of time, whilst they've been searching, they've found tooths, they've found crystals, they're going to level up in a second. I've finished the dome, and I'll say, guys, we can get back in here. All of us. Plenty of room. 9 people. Let's rest up for the night and get some sleep.
I'm gonna, because the badges last for an hour.
And just as a heads up, guys, if at any point someone runs, this dome is fully protected, so nothing can get in it. So if anything runs at us again, just stay in the dome. We're safe.
I'm also, just for an hour, while the apes even are outside, they're just gonna patrol like 20 feet outside the dome.
That should be the name of our group, Ape Patrol. It's like Paw Patrol, but we're all a bit stupid like monkeys. We're all apes, because, well, not all human, actually. We're more lizard than ape, I think, in this group.
Right, there we go. So, I don't know whether you want to end the session there.
I think we do. Yeah, we'll rest up. We'll take a long rest. So, guys, during your long rest, the 2 that leveled up, you can level up. B, we'll tell you how to do it off the air, probably is the easiest. Are you going to roll your hit points now, though?
Might as well.
So what you got to do, B, is if you go to where it says Oriandi and you've got Manage, if you click on that,
Right.
I'm just doing it on mine, and then actually you sit there, and then on the right hand side you got to manage character and levels.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure I did the same for Ash as well.
So that's
You
2
can-
plus 3.
You can then up your level and then hit next, but before you hit next, you can go manage HP. What is your hit dice? What does it say to roll? Are you D10, I think, Paladin.
It's my hit dice is D8. 8D10 it said.
8d10. So roll 1d10.
Oh, so I gotta come out of this and then go back and.
You can do it down the bottom
into it.
left. Down the bottom left, the little the little diamond is still there. Or the little D20 symbol.
So do a D8 or D10?
Roll 1d10.
$20.
Eh?
20.
On a D10.
No, so choose a D10. You rolled a D20.
Oh, oops.
It's impressive
my
on a
bad.
D10.
Oh, that's a D100. I'm sorry. Damn. Oops.
Oh, I've seen worse. I've seen people attacking with D12s and rolling their D8s. I think I
Alright,
rolled a
so
D12
9.
instead of a D20.
Tonight.
So a 9. So you can add
That's
9
pretty good.
plus your Constitution modifier. So if you want to go for rolled, what is your rolled at the moment? What does it say under rolled HP? Top, underneath you, it's got rolled HP, HP modifier, override HP.
Hold on, you're going too fast for me.
Straight at the
My
top,
eight-
under maximum hit points, you've got rolled HP, HP modifier, and override HP.
I don't see anything that says rolled anything.
You
Have
just
gone into
opened up
manage
that
hit
little...
points?
You hit manage hit points, yeah?
Okay, now I see that.
Yeah, and now change that, add 9 to it. So whatever it is, add 9.
Okay, I see HP modifier, override.
No, so
HP.
rolled hit points says what?
I do not see that.
It might be best to do this out of session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Let's
call
take
that
long
there then,
rest.
guys. That's
Tell us what you won at level 8.
we'll do it next session. I think we'll call that there. You need to do some dice rolls. Let's do some dice rolls. What we'll do, B, is we'll touch base and level you up over the next week, or the next 2 weeks. We'll find you. You can have a good look at what you want to do. You probably want to stay Paladin, I would imagine. But we'll add those hit points. Just remember that you rolled a 9 when you level up, and we'll add those hit points. Yeah, right. We need to do some rolls. So let's get some rolls in the. How many did we get
yes.
today, Gaz?
Let's have a look. DJD and session. We got 5.
Okay.
So we'll let's see. Yeah, we'll start with you. Start at the top. Will you roll us a D10?
Who?
You.
Oh.
I'm starting at the top of the screen and going down.
I haven't got a D10 handy. I can just roll on the
Oh.
screen though, can't I? That's fine. Somewhere. I
I've got
can.
D10, hold on.
I've got it. I already rolled it.
We're coming to you next, Toxie, and you'll also
I rolled
need
a
D10.
1. Just sums up my night, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's pretty much where it's all gone. Those fucking rolls.
So a 1 is Trace. Toxie, also roll a d10, please.
Think how many times you would have hit it with advantage with Eldritch Blast.
No, exactly.
3 is Josuke Allier. And then where are we down? Oriandai, can you roll me a d4, please?
He's so polite, isn't he? Such a gentleman.
3.
3 is Jonas Imph. And DM, do you have a die handy? Can you roll a d4?
Yes. And that is a 1.
1 is Josuke Allier. And we'll go to the top for the last one. JJ, can you roll a d4 as well, please?
Yeah, 1 again.
Fuck you. It's a 3, actually.
3 is Josuke Allier again.
Josuke Allier smashed it tonight, guys.
Yeah, 32 tickets.
Much like Aki, and then at the end, some apes. I'd like to think
So
the
it's
apes...
just
it was just
overtaking
apes.
Trace. Because Trace was on 30 and Josuke was on 29.
There we go.
So Trace has gone up 1, he's now
and
on
he went
31.
up 3.
Josuke's gone up 3, so he's on 32. So he's just leapfrogged.
There you go. But as we've learned last time, it means nothing.
No, he'll win anyway. I think he's only got 1 or 2 tickets
Yeah, exactly.
and he'll still win.
Well, what is the pot on?
Yeah.
What is the pot on?
Good job.
Lots
it went
of
up and
20s
down.
tonight, so it was 40
it definitely
before.
It went up to 50 and then went back down again, so it's 45.
There we go.
So they
45 quid.
mostly balanced, but we're up by 1.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. It was a roller coaster ride of one fight that we probably could have ended a lot sooner if we'd have been better at life in general. If JJ could actually hit anything.
If I'd have remembered I had a level 4 spell.
You needed, you need to be a level 4, and I just needed to be able to
It's
roll
because
above.
I'd used all my 3 up, so when I scrolled down, it greyed out. So I assumed I hadn't got my 4.
I
It
didn't
wasn't
roll-
until you mentioned I could recover 1. I then went, I could recover my 4. Went and I haven't used my 4.
I just to clarify, didn't roll above a 6 all night with a D20.
That's impressive.
That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone else has got 2 attacks physically when they
I
attack.
know.
But you bards, druids, you've only got the 1.
But with Eldritch Blast, I get 2, and that's why I need to be at range. Unfortunately, Aki put it next. I should have backed away, but by then I'd already activated the poison, and the poison's really good damage. I thought I never use it. Let's just do it. And the chances that I'd actually roll 4 attacks under a 6 was
You could have moved
impressive.
back. Then you could have used your words or whatever to reduce his attack roll.
Yeah, I could have done all kinds of things. But you know what? I didn't, but we beat it, and it was mostly thanks to the amazing efforts of Oriandai, Glamreus and his baboons, and the big baboon who is DJ Aki. Thank you very much, Lisa. So that's it, guys. For those that didn't tune in last night, JJ decided to play a little games last night, and Aki wasn't here, but you were here in spirit, Aki. Because at one point there was like this preacher in a church, and we decided that he was you, and then he got battered to death. which was unexpected. I thought he was going to be the big bad guy because he was preaching and being all mean, but then actually the devil lord Lilith arrived behind him and got all the parishioners to batter him to death because he was too preachy. I was like, yeah, that's Aki. Here's what's going to happen, dude. So you got battered to death last night. But also, the villagers made me eat rose petals, a stew of rose petals, so I did say it was a vegan stew. So you were very much in our hearts last evening as I played the new Diablo 4. I will be playing it again on Sunday, not Saturday like I'd hoped, because I'm going to the cinema on Saturday to watch Marvel's Agents of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Agents of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Tomorrow we're back with the usual show. Will I have both of my compadres tomorrow?
That's definitely the intention.
Excellent. And will I have the delights of will I have the delights and the voice of our delectable Oriandai tomorrow?
Possibly.
Possibly. Excellent. What we'll do, we'll try and do it in a minute. If I have time before the wife throws a sock at me, we'll try and level up your character. In the meantime, guys, back tomorrow. The usual, really. Yeah.
So, are we? How many of us are joining Sarge for Sarge Kills Noobs on Sunday?
I will be trying to kill my character. I feel it was cheating to survive by not being there.
I will see. Maybe if it was the day, possibly the night. I'm hoping so. I need to just make sure the wife lets me. I will if I will if the wife lets me.
I am if I get back from a meal. I'm out for a Sunday lunch.
There we go.
At 1 or 2, I can't remember. So assuming
Sunday...
we've eaten and I can get back, then I will.
Sarge has just said it's Sunday afternoon. His evening is booked.
Okay, what time?
So someone will have to update the event
Yes.
on Discord.
Dudes, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I have to go because I've got a very early
Yes,
start
that's
in the
cool.
morning.
See you later. Have fun. And I have to go as well in a second. Orianda will quickly try and level your character before you go. I'm going to cut out and say goodnight, guys. See you all tomorrow. We'll give you all full updates tomorrow when more stuff happens. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your Thursday evening. And that's good night from me.
It's good night for him.